Guys, good evening. Welcome back to our channel. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. Olatobi, can I help you? What do you want? Study. Why are you smiling? Hey guys. Just hey, beautiful people. Sorry about that. How are we there? Happy weekend. Happy Saturday. How is your weekend going? Mine has been crazy. It's been so busy. I hope you are well and you are having a restful weekend. Those who are working, I hope your work is going well. Welcome to tonight's live stream. I appreciate you for joining me. Give us a thumbs up, please. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much. So tonight I said, you know what? There's this video that I shared in the platforms and it generated a lot of conversation. And usually when something is so, is something that people have opinions about, they want to discuss, I like to bring it to the wider audience. So the groups, the WhatsApp group are the smaller audience where we have, people from different countries. And, I usually share some videos just to, it's like sampling people's thoughts around some issues around dating, relationship, marriages, and all that good stuff. Chidima, how are you? I hope you are okay. I'll talk to you later, okay? All right. No wahala. Neka, welcome. I salute everybody. Good evening. Welcome. Give us a thumbs up as you're coming in. So some people, somebody reminded me the other day, Dami. I hope Dami is here. Princess Dami reminded me that, we are not taking into cognizance that we've got a big audience of younger people, and we should do some topics that they too can relate to. It's not only above it's not only people above 40s and 50s we have here. To be honest, YouTube tells me because they will show the demography of by age. So I do check that as well, and my analytics gives me my audience demography, and the biggest audience we have here is 35 to 44. And that is 35.4% of the audience that watch our live stream or our videos. So that is a very big demography. 35 to 44 years is the biggest. And that's followed by 45 to 54 years old, which is 26.5. And then, of course, we have the younger one, which is 25 years to 34 years. That's 18.4. Yeah, so those are the biggest. We do have a small demography of people who are 55 to 64 years old. That's only 12.3. And then we have 65 plus, which is 4.5. And then we have a teeny weeny group of 18 to 24, which is 2.8%. We don't have anybody watching that is below 18. 13 to 17 is 0. So I kind of like the way that, we cut across different demography in terms of age, because we're talking about real life issues here. Okay, most times we're always talking about things that affect people. We talk about human stories, we talk about Gen Z and Generation X or whatnot. Eh? 18% didn't represent a D. Are you 18%? Are you between 25 to 34? Yeah? Okay. Whatever age demography you belong to, I welcome you. I appreciate you all. I mean, I used to make my children listen to my shows. When I started, I used to make them listen to it, but since we started doing this live stream, I don't think children have the attention for it. They can't. Mm, they just can't. So yeah, from now on, from time to time, you guys can also bring topics. It's not easy coming up with all these topics now. So you, the Gen Z people, and you that fall into all this, dating, 18%, whatever percentage that you belong to, bring some topic for me to discuss. You have my WhatsApp number. You follow me on Instagram, DM me and say, Auntie B, can you talk about this? Maybe you've had an experience of dating someone. We can talk about it anonymously. Okay? D, you're in that demography. That's wonderful. You are very young. I can't remember the last time I was 30. It feels like another life. I feel so old. Oh my God. Wonder Woman, you're 47. Ah, okay. Yeah, we have some matured people here from 45 to 54, but they are not the biggest percentage. The biggest is 35 to 44. Anyway, that was just some stats for you guys to know that what, Princess Dami was saying that, and to be you people should be talking about dating now. Think about us too now. She was actually right. I think a lot of people felt that way, but she was the one that was that had the opportunity to remind us, because sometimes we need reminders. So tonight we're going to talk about dating. Yeah, I'm going to discuss dating because dating, what dating was when I was dating is different from what dating is today. Now I think it's completely different. Why is my laptop not charging? Okay, it's completely different. I don't think it's the same. Young people keep telling me, Auntie B, dating is not working, it's trash. There's so much wahala, this, that. People lie, people cheat, people marry and they are dating, they're lying about their status, da, 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 da. That the dating pool is quite porous. Like, it's really, really bad now. That you have to kiss a lot of frogs, like, kiss so many frogs before you can get into your prince. Right. So we want to talk about dating. And what I'm talking about today is first dates. There is this narrative, especially back home in Nigeria. I don't know if it happens in other African countries. So people from other African countries, or if you live in the diaspora and you grew up here, tell me if it's the same. Whereby a young man will ask a young woman out on a date. And when she's coming on the first date, a lot of young women have the habit of bringing people along, their friends. Sometimes they bring one friend, sometimes they bring two, sometimes they even bring three. I want to sample opinions about that. And usually, because the issue we're talking about tonight, and I will share the video with you in a minute, because we are talking about something that happened in Nigeria. Dating in Nigeria and dating in diaspora is slightly different. It's not exactly the same, right? So in Nigeria, back in the day and even till now, to the best of my knowledge, please correct me if I'm wrong. Uh, the man usually picks up the bill when you go out on a date, when you go for dinner or lunch or whatever. And usually is an eatery or a restaurant or a lounge or a club or whatever. Is the man that will pick up the bill. Is expected. They don't really do 50-50 back home. It's in the diaspora that you hear story of 50-50. We split the bill. We go this, we go Dutch, we go Gabbana. I don't think it's that. I mean, because again, you need to understand that the way that a lot of Africans and Nigerian men show their interest in women is by throwing money around, is by paying their way to the woman's hearts. So is the women kind of expect it that okay, you will pay. And a lot of Nigerian men don't have problem with that. They will pay. Even if you want to do like a modern day woman pay, you want to put your hand in your purse and say, you know what, let me pay my share. For majority of Nigerian men, I don't think they will agree, especially the men that live in Nigeria. It's something that they take pride in doing it. Because Shemin, I mean, they chase you. I mean, say I like you. I mean, invite you out. So I'm supposed to pick up the bill. I don't think a lot of men in Nigeria have a problem with that. They don't have an issue. But obodooyinbo is a different ball game. Oh. But we are talking about Nigeria. And that is why the money that I put there is 400,000 naira. Who can tell me the equivalent of 400,000 naira in pounds and in dollars? Does anybody know what 400,000 naira is today? Let me check my app. I have an app. I'm going to check it in pounds. Somebody tell me what the equivalent is in dollars, please. Because we need to keep that money in view, right? So it's a very short story. It's not long. I'll play you the video. A young girl said that she was asked out by a young man. The guy looks big. You know, in Nigeria, some people look at your size physically. Maybe if they see that you look chubby and you have akpu belle, they will assume you have money. Okay, somebody is saying he's 690. No, actually, it's not up to that. Cynthia, I just checked it. It's 425 with today's exchange rate. So the rate today is the rate for pounds to naira today is 942. £1 is 942 pounds. So 400,000 is 422 25 pounds. 425 pounds. Yeah, 425. I've checked that. I don't know how much that is in dollars, but I think maybe it will be around, maybe let's say 450 dollars. Maybe there's no much difference between the dollar and the pound anymore. Maybe around 450 or even less. So would you spend 450 or 430 pounds on a first date as a man? And as a woman, a young woman, would you consume $430 or $450 on a first date? So the young lady said that she went on a date. The man has been asking her out. And she said she didn't know him. And she decided to come with her friend. So I'm going to play the video to you. And let's just go through the video. We'll take it one step at a time because there are some, it's not like she said she told the guy. She said she told him. Now, when I was checking this young lady out, I think I need to put it out there because I'm not sure who she is. I did see the video on social media and I'm not sure if it's a skit because these days everybody in Nigeria is a skit maker. So you never know these things, whether they are skit or real. So I did check her out. Her name is Miriam Oyakilome. So she's from my part of Nigeria. Miriam Oyakilome, she's a comedian and a Nollywood actor. Let me put her picture so you see. So I'm not sure if this is a skit or not, but it doesn't look like a skit to me. But they say she's a comedian and an influencer. So if they were acting it, I don't know. But the lessons will still be very, very important for our show tonight. Right? Guys, give us a thumbs up, please, if you're just coming in. We are talking about first dates. First of all, is it appropriate for you to bring your friends as a woman to a first date? And should you be consuming food and drinks worth a whooping 400,000 naira, which is equivalent to, let's say, 430 pounds or $450? Yeah? So that's the question I'm asking. So let me show you the video and then we'll just discuss. Gen Z, you guys should get ready get your opinions ready because I'll share my link so you tell me what's going on. It doesn't look like a skit, but you never know.
I was just checking that too because when I saw a +1, it wasn't supposed to be.
No, like you were expecting me to come alone.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna tell you.
No, don't
I'm
touch
gonna
me.
apologize and
Sorry, please help me annoy this camera. Please help me annoy this camera. No, you
We'll
see.
be fine.
See, let me tell you something.
Hi.
It's very embarrassing.
It's okay.
Very, very embarrassing.
But
No, it's not
okay.
She's my friend. You're saying she should pay her own. No, she came with me.
You
Can
were
you
not-
come and
you
tell me
were
the
not-
embarrassment? I don't understand. No, please calm down.
No,
No, it's not embarrassing.
I didn't
It's very
expect-
embarrassing.
Oh no, worst day of my life. Worst date ever. This guy. Today you will go viral. I was on my own. This guy called for me to go on a date with him. I said, okay. I don't really know. I need to call my friend. He said, okay, no problem. That was fine. When we got there, we said, okay, my friend should sit aside. He said, no, my friend can join us. We're ordering me. I didn't even really order for much. A lot of times they brought chicken, brought everything, brought things I don't even know how to eat. Okay, fine. I said, okay, I will join. So I gave the guy the phone. I was just making videos, so I will post on my WhatsApp and tell people that, okay, I'm on a date with this person. I'm just trying to be careful too. Then the next thing, when they brought the bill, the guy said that we three of us have to split the bill. How much did I eat? Fine and good, I would have paid for it, but he said my friend should pay. I said, no, you and I can split the bills. Ordinarily, sometimes when you go out on a date, now the person where that the man they say, okay, let me foot the bill. Then the lady will come say, don't worry, let's split it. That's how I like it. I like to split bills. This guy left me almost 400 and something thousand naira bill. If you see what they ate, I could not even record again because I didn't want him to start feeling uncomfortable. If you see what they ate, himself he ate. Then he left me and said he cannot pay the bills, that my friend should pay 100 and something thousand. I said, why would she pay? Me and you and I should split these bills. This guy left us there. He stood up and left us. I paid for this thing, left there embarrassed. Worst state of my life. If you know that you are like this, please don't ask me out on a date. I only went because I felt like I've been keeping too much to myself. After this date that turned out ugly, I stayed 4 hours in traffic yesterday going home. Today going home. I go to my house by 2 a.m. because of waiting. I go chop food. Baby say the thing gonna hook me for throat. I stayed in traffic for 4 good hours. I got to by 2 a.m. I just woke up and I said, you know what? I must do this voice note on these videos. And I must post it. How you go live here, say me get pay all the bills for waiting you follow chop. You see him eating chicken, eating a lot of things I don't even know how to eat. Raw egg and potatoes, rubbish. Then he can't leave me with bills, say make I pay. No walasha. I paid it. Thank God I was not thank God I was with money. Like this I not deal with money, that one go be another thing. Anyways, I confronted him after and I'm like, what's up, bro? Why would you do this?
I mean, hold this thing because this guy wants to rape. What is going on? What's up? I was on my own. You called me out. And now this is how you want to talk and embarrass us. No, don't be like that. Don't be like that. You have to record this thing. Why? What's up? No. Why would you be saying my friend should pay for her own bill? Don't touch me, please. Don't. Me, I don't understand. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. You embarrassed me in there. So if I didn't have money, that's how I would have been stranded. You asked us to come out. You asked for this date. We had fun, yes, but are you not the man? So well and good. I believe in 50-50.
Yeah, we had the talk about this.
No.
And you said this. Don't walk out. It's
don't do that.
You know what?
You know we are recording and this is so embarrassing.
No, don't do that. No, send me your account details.
I don't understand. You don't send me your account. You know if you do it for there, you say make we do it. I don't understand. If you don't even you couldn't even make me like that. I don't understand. We don't need your fucking money. We don't need it. Don't need it. Yes. You can imagine. How are you saying that we should split this with my friend? So I should come and meet you alone. I don't know you from anywhere. I should come and meet you alone in this place. It is embarrassing now. It's very embarrassing. You left me to pay the bill. It's not, don't touch me. It's not as if you did it. Wait from it. It's fine. It's not a big deal, but ordinarily when you go out with a girl or something, okay, me, I'm not even that kind of a girl that like people paying her bills. I was
just checking that too, because when I saw a +1, it wasn't supposed to be.
No, like you were expecting me to come alone.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna tell you.
No, don't touch me.
I'm gonna apologize and
sorry, please help me unload this camera. Please help me unload this camera. No,
we'll be fine.
See, let me tell you something. This is very embarrassing. Okay. Very embarrassing. No, it's not okay. She's my friend. You're saying she should pay her own. No, she came with me. Why you come and say they embarrass me? I don't understand. No, please calm down. No, this one embarrassing. I didn't expect this from you. I didn't expect this from you. I expected you to act mature, and that's why I'm recording. Because is there a way? Imagine this guy. Imagine. He asked me to come out on a date with him. I said, okay, fine. I told you that I would come with someone. Is there any way? I don't know you before. Is there any way I would come out and meet you like that? Okay, what if I'd come with security? But I say, okay, let me just come with my friend, and then you are saying that three of us will share the bills. No, listen, it is embarrassing.
Let's not make.
What if I had no money?
It's fine.
What if I had no money? How would I have?
I would have started
place. What expensive? You would have started. I don't understand. What of the embarrassment we face? No, stop saying it's okay. Stop saying it's okay. Stop saying it's okay. I don't care. Don't send it. You made us look like we are hungry in there. That's how you made us look. It's not nice. Don't treat people like that. Please. Put us to an expensive place. Imagine that she didn't have money. How would we have done? We would have been washing plates by now. How would you say 3? So all this why they wash on television are true. I'm not they wash plates because of say I don't understand Sky Tales. Please give me my phone. You run away from this guy.
That was funny.
You just come, big boy for nothing. Okay, tell me you have this one. Don't come close to me. Don't try to even touch me. It's not funny. Rubbish. I don't understand. But let's go, I beg. If we did not have money, how would we take come here? Don't touch my car, beg. Come up for here. What?
Please, I don't want this. Just go, please. Stop.
Okay, it's okay.
What?
Apologies. I just want to tell you I'm sorry. Please get the.
For what? No.
I will.
Don't touch me. Are you okay?
Okay, relax.
Don't touch me.
Send me
Please, I want to close the door.
I'll do it with extra.
I don't care. Don't touch me.
Fine, it's okay.
Why would you embarrass me like that? What if I didn't have? But don't touch me. I'm serious. I am serious. Please just go.
You know how much?
So send me the.
I will not send. I don't care. Don't.
400 and something thousand. He said we should share the bills. 400 and something thousand. He said we should share the bills. He said make I pay 150. You go pay 150. You go pay 140,000. Can you imagine?
That's why I don't like going out. I beg me come off my back, man. No go jam me.
She share for never pay. I for leave you. Me I go
Please leave there, oh. Ha.
Go now, Mr. Man. Go. Go. Don't worry. We don't need your money.
They recorded the man. I don't think I'm thinking this is real. Because the guy was embarrassed. He came and started saying, I will transfer. Okay, there are a couple of things here. Okay, by now, after watching the video, you have some feelings about this whole situation, right? Okay, I'll share my link. Bear in mind, I see some people saying that it's not too much if it's London. This is not London, Ejo, to your long. We all know how we left home, Ejo. 400,000 is almost 500,000 naira. There are some people that don't earn that money in one whole year. So I want us, don't get carried away to think that money is so easy to come by. People are struggling in our country. So 400,000, if you add 100,000 to it, that's 500,000 naira. Some people, that money can change their lives. If they have that kind of money, it can transform their life. So I don't want people to be looking at it like, Shebi is only 400,000. So let's keep that in view. Very, very important. So the first thing I want to say is that if this lady is new, like I said, when a man asks you out, if a guy is asking you out in Nigeria, the expectation is always, it's an unspoken rule that he will be the one paying, right? They don't do 50-50 as far as I know. But the question I'm asking is that if this young lady is new, that this guy couldn't afford it or he doesn't want to pay, would there be so much eating? How much is the food, Ejo, Tori Olorun? How many plates did they eat? Because for me, 400,000 is excessive. There's nothing anybody wants to tell me. 400,000. So you are telling me that on a good day, as a young woman, let's tell the truth. If you are going to have lunch in Nigeria as a young lady, would you spend 100,000? Would you spend 150,000 by yourself? No, you wouldn't. Come on now. You wouldn't. I just come back from Nigeria and I went out to eat. It's not that much to eat out. But I don't know what they ate. I don't know what they ordered. Maybe they ordered a lot of drinks, expensive drinks, or they had, I don't know. They had 3-course meals or something. Okay? So, the problem I have in this whole thing is that the question I'm generally asking people about this is that, is it a question of a stingy guy who asks a woman out and doesn't want to pay, or is it about girls who are greedy that they ate so much? Someone said in the comment section that the friend was eating too much. She was eating more than even the person they brought. Remember, the girl kept saying, I didn't even eat much. To be honest, that uncle looked like somebody who can consume. It reminds me of Debo. It reminds me of Debo. That guy that went to Nigeria to go and marry that young girl and left her there. That's who it reminds me of. When you see people that can consume, you will know. So I have a problem with the fact that he didn't at least pay his own. Okay, he could have said, okay, let me pay my own, or pay my own and my date's own. You can pay your friend's own. Because according to the young lady, she said that she told him that she was going to bring someone. But he is now saying in the video that she didn't know that there was going to be a +1. 400K is a lot of money, oh. It's a lot of money to be spending on food. Kilo day. Let's not deceive ourselves. I don't care what class you belong to, except you are dating a married sugar daddy. If it's a sugar daddy that is a billionaire or a millionaire, that's different. But obviously, this man is a young man. He doesn't have that kind of money. Obviously, that's why he couldn't pay. He couldn't. So in Benin, I went out with my cousin, her husband, and two adult children. The money we paid in that restaurant was not up to 30,000. We ate, although there was no drinking, it was just food and soft drinks. Even in Lagos, we went out now. There was a day that my friend and I went out in Lagos and we saw one of these Nollywood celebrity there, Kevin, the one that does movies. He was there with two of his friends. There were three, and it was four of us. All the bill together was not up to 100,000 because we paid for him. You know, it was not up to 100,000, and we had snails in that place. Snails in Lagos, in that place I went. One snail is 4,000 naira. So what did these people eat? Ejo, kinoje, eh? Okay. Were they eating excessively because they thought that the guy was going to pay? Number one. Number two, the guy didn't pay anything. He left them with the bill. I think that was kind of cold. I think that was kind of cold. That wasn't cool with me. He should have at least paid for his own because he looked like someone that ate a lot. Okay, he should have paid his own and maybe pay for the dates. All right. And then talk about the place that they went to. Was it a very highbrow area, posh place? Because the follow girlfriend said that it's an expensive place. It's an expensive place. What do they sell drinks for in this so-called expensive place that you guys go to? I don't know. But 400K? I shall say, what if I didn't have money? What if I didn't have money? I would have been washing plates. Yes. You will wash plates if you don't have money. And you know how many days you will wash plates for 400K? That's when you will know that 400K is a lot of money till today in Nigeria. No, no joke. So what I want us to talk about tonight is that what is appropriate for first date. So somebody said in the comment section that sometimes women bring a girlfriend because of safety. And I saw another comment that said, if you don't trust your safety, why are you even going out with the person? I don't think people should be worried about their safety when you are going to a public place. It's only when you are going to people's houses. But maybe that's something to consider. And then she also said that she told the friend to sit apart from them, but he said, oh, no problem. They should all sit together. And now bill come. Wahala bad day. 400K. Is it a lot? Or is it normal? Am I being cheap here? Am I cheaply assessing this situation? Eh? What do you guys think? I want to hear your thoughts on this. All you Gen Z, call in. No, hey, I'm doing this for you. My link is in the comment section. I know you people will stay in the chat now. You will not come into the studio. You say we should be doing topic that you can relate to. This is one of them. So call in. The link is in the comment section. Thank you very much. Fanta said, ladies, please be careful. First impression goes a long way. You can spoil a lifetime opportunity from such behavior. Also, your respect is at stake here. Okay. Uni said some restaurants in Lagos are definitely expensive though. Okay. What is a plate of food in one restaurant in all those highbrow areas? Is it 100,000? Or are they quoted in dollars? I don't know how much that they charge for one plate of food. Or a glass of wine, for instance. So the first date turned out to be the last date. Somebody said, the guy was saying, I'll send you the money, I'll send you the money. To be honest, I don't think he has it. I don't think he has that money. Because if he had it, he would have probably said, okay, don't make noise. Give me your account number. And you can transfer instantly. Jail said the friend should have eaten from home. Be prepared to pay for her drink, appetizer. She's just security. Women should have vex money. Date during the day otherwise or early evening. Okay. Let me now take some calls. Adewale, you are in the studio. Hello. Welcome, darling.
Hello, Auntie V. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, my dear.
How you doing? How's your Saturday?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, I hope you guys have sun in the UK because we had sun here in the Netherlands. So I was like,
We have
It
one
goes fast.
epileptic son, Jerry. You can't still go out in it without taking a light jacket. It's not son, son,
Ah,
son. Mm.
that's sad. Well, I'm just gonna go straight to this. When I saw the video, I just thought this is either a skit or this is scripted or something, because one, who was recording the whole date the whole time? I mean, before
Mm-hmm.
the bill came, who was
Mm-hmm.
recording the date? Even when the whole issue happened, someone
Mm.
was recording the entire
I
time.
think
And
she had somebody that was recording. She said that she was recording it because she
that's
wanted to post it. Because remember, she's a content creator.
that's why I said the whole thing just looks very, very fake and iffy, because the emotion I was expecting, it's not there. It's like, I don't know, it's like someone like, you hired some actors and they're very bad at acting what you want them to. But if it's real, then I would say, what's the friend doing there?
Mm-hmm.
What is she doing? If she actually brought her for security, the
Mm.
girl can be somewhere else secretly and the guy wouldn't see her. I mean, if the friend actually was there for security, I mean,
Mm.
if she's a very good friend of hers, she wouldn't even want to be there, because
Mm-hmm.
her friend is having the first date with a guy
Isn't that even
she
an
doesn't
intrusion on
know.
their privacy because they are supposed to get to know
Exactly.
one another? How can they discuss
Exactly.
with a third
How can
wheel
they
there?
discuss when someone else is there? However, the look of things, actually, the friend was actually much more lively in the whole day because she was eating more than the rest of them.
My
So
my my
that's
ne-
what that's
my nephew is here. My nephew said it's hell too much. Some of these girls have no mercy, but thank God they had money to pay. They are merciless. Akashi,
I'm
that's what
just
the
like,
girls guys. That's all they charge you now for date 400K.
what's
Ah, I
what's the
buy me.
friend doing there? Well, I'm not surprised. That restaurant looked very expensive. There. I mean, I've seen a video where like a girl took herself out and she spent 50,000 naira on a spot
Right.
in one of those expensive restaurants. So it's most likely going to be a foreign restaurant where they're preparing like all this foreign,
Are they giving them
Michelin star
Wi-Fi?
kind of
There's
meal.
Wi-Fi. Or are you
There's
gonna
probably
go? Are
Wi-Fi.
you gonna carry the ambience to go to your house?
That's what they pay for. So like the way, I always say this, like this, like the way we in the abroad like go to like Italian restaurants or Chinese
Mm,
restaurants and we spend like 20 pounds or something to
mm,
enjoy something good. Nigerians in Nigeria will probably spend up to 100K to eat that same meal.
mm-hmm. Is it
So
foreign
that's that.
meal? Did they eat sushi or what were they eating? Is it Chinese? Anyway, it doesn't
It's
matter.
I don't know if it doesn't matter, but that place look expensive. So
Yeah.
I'm not really surprised at the price. But my own is like, what's the friend doing there? One,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
she's not supposed to be there. If she came for security, which I find very hard to believe, she shouldn't be around them. She should not be there. And two, like, guy, what? He's like, the guy is the one I even blame the most, because you're taking a girl out on a date. You
That
guys
guy
are
doesn't
already
have that money.
ordering.
Oh, he doesn't have the money. Fashionable Greeks, thank
Exactly.
you. You giving me super chat.
He
See,
doesn't have the
I'm
money.
enjoying
I
the gist.
mean,
I didn't even remember. Oshe
if
Goni,
as a
thank
guy, if
you.
you take a girl out, on a date, in your
Eh,
mind, you already know the amount that you can spend. So when
exactly.
you're ordering the meal, you can see the prices. They're not just going to tell you pick whatever you have, and then at the end of the day, oh, it's 400K.
The
We didn't
price
know.
is there,
The,
isn't it? So you
it's
know.
there. They must have seen it, so he knows. So he
Hmm.
knows. So you were there. The lady ordered the meal, her friend ordered, and they were all eating. You two, you're eating, and the price is going up to 400K, and you're not saying anything. Who are you trying to impress?
Hmm.
I don't get it.
Hmm. I
What
mean,
was the guy
how about
doing?
going to okay, they don't have cafes like that in Nigeria. They don't have parks like that, but they still have parks now. How about just going to somewhere that, is a fast food? You don't need to do grandiose things like
And
that, going
and
to a posh
and
restaurant on a first date.
and to be that's a broad kind of date in Nigeria. That's not how it works. The
Eh,
guy took the girl there to impress her, to show her
eh.
that he has money. That's
And
that's
it
the that's what
that
he was trying to do. That's what it is. Like in Nigeria, especially nowadays, when guys cannot take girls out, what they do is mostly they take them to expensive restaurants to show the lady that I can take care of you. I can afford to
Isn't
pay for
that
this kind
false
of person.
representation though?
I think what
Because
he
obviously
actually
he couldn't afford the place, Adewale. You
he
see what
couldn't
I'm
have
saying? He couldn't
he
afford it.
I think maybe he could afford to, pay for himself and the lady. I think
Was
he
he
didn't
thinking?
factor in the friend
Was he
who
thinking about his
came
house
along.
rent? He was thinking about his house rent.
He didn't
400K.
factor the
This
friend.
economy. In
He didn't
Buhari
factor the friend
economy.
that came along. He didn't factor in the friend that came along.
Oh my God.
Because
I'm
I
a
think that's what
wrinkle.
happened.
Eh?
He didn't factor the friend that came along. So the friend maybe
Mm.
contributed to, maybe the money would have been probably maybe 150 or maybe
Eh?
200. But with the
Eh?
friend, it became 400. So it was like, bless him, we will split this bill.
Gbèsè rèé o. Gbèsè lélẹ́yìí bá dé o. Gbèsè. I'm sure he was thinking of his mother pé if I
Exactly.
send 400K to my mama, mommy, oh
400K.
mama ṣàdúrà fún mi lọ ni pé
That's
what
that's
the
that
hell is this?
that that's an annual rent on like Lagos mainland.
No, but to be fair, Adewale, some people don't earn 400K in Nigeria. That's
That's
it.
what I'm
That's
saying. It's a
real.
lot of money. It's a lot of money. I see people converting it to pounds. Okay, if you convert it to pounds, who has spent up to 400 pounds in
We
a
go out
restaurant in the
for
UK?
family. We go out family outing. We've never spent 400 pounds. Never.
Exactly. That even if you convert it to pounds or euro, it's still expensive.
Because me, I won't even
It's
carry
still
myself to somewhere I'm going to spend that kind of outrageous money. For what now?
it's still expensive. It's still expensive.
Ha.
But if let's even forget about like it's Nigeria. Some people don't even earn up to 100,000 naira. Some
Hmm.
people don't. For like
Hmm.
they don't at all. So that's
Yeah.
a lot of money.
Well, what do you think? What do you think? Lastly, Adewale, what do you think the guy should have done when the bill came and he knew obviously that it was above his pay grade, or he didn't feel like he should pay it, even if he has the money? Because I don't know. I think they were all greedy with what they were ordering in that restaurant. There's
All they
nothing
were
anybody
all
can tell
greedy.
me.
They were all greedy.
Yeah.
I blame both the guy and the lady.
You know some
I
girls,
think
when they go out, they do like they've not seen food before. I need to take a minute to talk to girls here, please. Even if you are hungry, you know the best thing. Somebody told me this a while ago on this platform. If you are going on a date, eat from home before going. There's something called self-respect for yourself. I know some Nigerian girls, they just believe that men are ATM, and that's why they end up with Mongo packs with money. Eat at home before going so that when you get there, you just take one, maybe water, and you look for something that is average, not so expensive on the
like
menu, and that way you
the
respect
essence of
yourself.
the essence of a first date is to get to know each other, not to eat a lot of food.
They'll eat,
So
eat, eat. Some will even order takeaway. Have you heard that one before? On dates, girls will be ordering
I've,
takeaway.
I've,
Don't find kolole.
I mean, I'm just like the whole problem still boils down to the guy. When the lady started ordering and you saw the price, hey, I couldn't afford it. You just be honest with the
It will be,
lady and see.
it will be embarrassed. I was asking my son this
I
evening.
know, I know, I know, but like that's better than not having money to pay because he's still embarrassed at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like
It's the
he's
same
still
thing that
embarrassed
people
at the end
do
of the day.
when they go to parties. You start doing like you've not seen food before. Even here in the diaspora, you go to some parties in London, you'll be so ashamed. People they'll be hustling for food. I'm like, guys, come on now. You have food at home,
It's just
so you
the guy
should
is still
eat.
embarrassed at the end of the day. He should have just been
Yeah,
honest with the lady. Hey,
yeah.
I can't afford to pay for you and your friend. Maybe you should
Mm.
reduce the amount of food you're going to eat here. That's it. Or or he can just give her the excuse and say, "Oh, I didn't know your friend was going to eat this much, or I didn't really budget for you and your friend. So maybe we take something lighter." That's better. I mean, I always preach on honesty because at the end of the day, if the girl doesn't like me anyway, she would never see me. So like there's no shame in being honest. I mean, to me, that's just how I see it. It's better than being embarrassed and the ladies, complaining and everyone's looking at you and like a scene
And
is
video
made and
him and make him
it's
viral.
all over social media now. It's
Yeah,
all over
yeah.
social media now. So
Unfortunately, yeah. Okay.
I don't
Thank you
know.
very
And
much,
stop,
Adwale.
like ladies, please stop bringing your like if you bring your friends, let them be somewhere else. I don't like the guy invited you, not your friend. What's with I don't get that
Adewale is
feeling.
telling you, ladies, stop bringing your
Stop
friends
bringing your
to
friends.
dates.
Like Why would
Eh?
you bring your friends? You're coming
Uh-huh.
to meet the guy. The guy wouldn't even be comfortable. You're also not going to be comfortable with the guy because you have a friend beside you, sitting there looking at you guys. Anything you say or anything the guy says, you look at your friend.
It
Hey,
can
how's
be
my
used
friend
in the
feeling
court
about
of law
this?
against you. There's evidence. Evidence is there, recording. Thank you so much, Adewale. Let me move on now. So many people waiting to chip in their own contribution. Thanks, my son. I appreciate you. Cashman said, Auntie B, I told you what my boss advised me the first day I resumed work in Lagos. This is my family member. He said, he took me to a spot in Lekki and warned me that Lagos girls can eat your salary in 30 minutes. Akashi, please stop making me laugh. This you and your stories. So what did you do? You stayed away from that spot so that Lagos girls will not finish. They will not finish your salary in 30 minutes. You are not trying to impress anybody. You have obodoyibo mentality now. But you see these ones, the homegrown people. Ha! Is always trying to they are always trying to impress you. I don't know why, but I think it's a thing that makes their ego swell up so that they feel like, okay, I'm a man and I can look after my woman. But 400K, Billy Bade, Uncle Basalo. Leslie, you are next. Welcome. Where are you joining us from and what do you have to say?
Hi, Auntie B. Johnny from Canada.
Welcome.
Hi. Just to say, first of all, me, I think that 400K in Wina is a lot for me,
Hmm.
and I think like I go on dates, and like you just said, I always eat before I go on a date. I don't
Yeah.
know why. And when I tell my friend, oh, you know what, I ate, and when I went on a date, I couldn't even eat. I would just like order like a juice. She would be like, oh, you shouldn't. Like I was like, no, I have to eat first and go. And for security, I will always send my location to my friends so they know where I'm
Where
going.
you
So
are.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
so if something happened, they
Mm-hmm.
know. I would tell her that I'm going on a date. I'm gonna share my
Mm-hmm.
location, and when I
Mm-hmm.
got home, I'll make sure to say that I'm back, so she knows that I'm back. So in this case, I don't know in Nigeria they will be able to share location, but I think what
Of
this
course you
lady
can share location. Where do you think Nigeria is? In the moon?
actually, but I'm just playing like the devil advocate.
No, no,
But
no, 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 no. We have access to internet just like anybody else in the world. We have Google Maps. You can share your location. Yeah, you can.
yeah. So I think yes, she can bring her friend, but they have to be far away from them,
Mm,
from the two, her and then the guy, so she
mm,
could be free and know the guy. You're not going there to just eat, but you know
mm.
the person, right?
Like you are starving, like you've not seen
Yes.
food. I like what you are doing by eating before going on dates.
Yes, I always eat and I go on date and the bill can be $4 or $25. And even that I would say, are you sure you want to pay? Because the guy will always be like, oh, don't worry, I'll pay. I'm like,
Mm,
I can pay half, or if you don't mind, I can pay for my own. I'm not just there
mm,
like to take advantage. But they'll be
mm,
like, no, I can pay this one, then second one, you can go ahead and you can pay. So the
mm,
guy can just be like, you know what, I can pay for myself and pay for
mm.
you and your friend. You guys can, do something between you guys and pay. But I don't know why he just left like that.
He
But
left because I think he was he was I don't know why he left, to be honest. I thought he could have. I think the young woman said that he was asking for them to contribute and they didn't like that.
yeah,
He said that he was asking them to pay 150,000, 150,000 each, which is 300. Then he will pay 100, and she was like, but you ate more. You ate more.
yeah,
Let's bring the bill and itemize what everybody's eating. Uncle, how
yeah.
much did you eat?
Yeah, and I will also just say, just to finish that, I'm pretty sure that the guy knows who she is, and you're not gonna
Mm,
go out and ask someone like the girl, or let's say, someone that is famous on a date, and assume that they're going to eat something that's gonna cost 5,000. So he knew what he was bargaining for. So he should be able to know that this is not like a small girl, this is like a big girl, and
Mm,
I had to pay. So this whole story is kind of, very weird to me. But yeah, I just
thank
want to
you.
come and then say my own. Thank you so much, Auntie B. You're
Thank you,
doing
darling.
a lot to us. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Leslie. I
Yeah.
appreciate you. My regards to everybody in Canada. God bless you, my love. Okay, let's say a big shout out to Layla Eats and Reviews Film and TV. She said, Auntie B, I absolutely adore you. I listen and watch your show all the time, especially at work, Auntie B. It will make my birthday if you say happy birthday to me, please. Happy birthday, Layla. I wish you continued good health, prosperity, long life, and all the blessings that comes with that. Happy birthday. But the fam, please help me celebrate our wonderful sister. God bless you. A big shout out to you, Layla. Happy birthday, sis. Thank you so much for joining us and for being here tonight, even on your birthday. I appreciate you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. We celebrate you. We celebrate you. Thank you so much. Okay, moving on very quickly. I'm going to Heart Desire. Hello, Heart Desire. Where are you joining from? Hello, Heart Desire. You're not talking. Okay, I'm going to come back to you because of time. Let me move to Fifeola. Hello, Fifeola. I love that name. Wonderful name. Unmute yourself, Fifeola. You're muted. Hello, Fifeola is muted. Oh, okay. Let's go to Bamidele. Maybe they stepped away from the device. Bamidele, can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay. Hello, Bamidele. Welcome. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Right. Welcome. What do you have to say?
Uh, Me personally, I feel that maybe the both of them shouldn't have no business going on a date. If there's no,
Why?
I don't know, if you spend that much money on a date, it's like, why would you spend that much money on a date in the first place? I'm
Hmm.
like, I'm like, with the intent. I don't know. It just seems that I don't know. People in our culture are getting so desperate to go on dates and to settle down, and it's just not natural. And
No, but there's nothing wrong in going on dates. That's a part of life. To know people, when you meet people, you have to date them. That's normal in every culture.
yeah,
It's
but
not
it's
the
like,
date that is the problem. It's the
okay, but
bill.
it's okay, but it's like, why would you spend well, I'm trying to get somewhere, but like, why would you spend so much money on food on a particular day if you know that you cannot afford it? And it's like, if you don't have no, what is the intention on you? I understand the intention is you getting to know the person, but
Mm-hmm.
if you don't, but if there's no like clear purpose of like why you should move forward in dating this person, then why you know you know it just seems that people don't want to be themselves. It's like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
if you're not yourself, so you don't know what you're looking for, don't why are you wasting your time? Why are you bothering yourself spending this type of money that you do not have for
So
us?
they're trying to impress.
Yeah.
They're trying to impress the ladies. That's how men show that, you can date me. I can take care of you. Is that what you're querying?
Yeah, yeah, well,
You're
yeah,
querying that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're an adult person, and you're working and you're just, I'm even talking to both genders here.
Mm.
Yeah, because like even with me, like even though I'm working full time and I have a job and I can support myself and take care of myself, that doesn't mean that I have to show off
Yeah.
to a woman. Even if I'm not married, that doesn't mean, because people think that if you're not married, you cannot be 16. Like
Mm-hmm.
you cannot live, if you don't have a spouse in your life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But like you need to understand that having a spouse should not be the person that should complete you. It should be an addition to your life, not
Mm-hmm.
the one that can complete you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, for those who live in the diaspora, even in Nigeria, there are places that you can go to that are not that expensive. And I want to believe that it's usually the guys that will say, okay, can you meet me here? So you can choose somewhere that is not so pricey. Don't have the money for tea and you want to go and order champagne. You can go to, I mean, if you live in diaspora, first dates usually go to a coffee shop. Come on now. Go to a coffee shop. You're not going to spend more than, 30, 40. No, what are you buying? Say cake and tea or coffee. You spend 10 bucks. And then that's the first time, presumably, that you're meeting the person. And then you can, because you're not even dating yet, you're just checking each other out to know if you really like the person. So according to what she's saying, they've been talking, the guy has been asking her out, and then he asked her out for a date. Why do you need to go to somewhere so expensive? It's very typical of what a lot of young people do these days in Nigeria. Everybody is trying to impress everybody. On top of what? Hmm?
But isn't that sort of like a red flag if it's on the first date and you're spending that much money, that should be like a red flag already.
Yeah, it should be. Definitely is a red flag. Even if the guy could afford it, some guys will pay it, but they will never call her again because they can see that she's wasteful. So some ladies might be looking at it from another angle, especially women who live in Nigeria might be looking at it because one thing I can tell you about a lot of young women in Nigeria, their orientation is kind of very materialistic compared to women who live abroad. Not everybody in Nigeria, definitely, I'm not going to generalize, but a lot because of the influencers that they follow on social media. They keep telling you if you don't have the money, if you don't, it's all about money, 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 money for them. So some guys will pay that bill, which is it's quite ridiculous. I mean, in my opinion, but they will that's it. They'll ghost her. They won't call her again. So even if he would have been a potential nice guy, sort of whatever, somebody she can date and get to know, or even marry, she's lost the opportunity. Why? Because of greed. It doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Bamidele, for calling in. Let's move on very quickly now. And I don't know. How desire have you fixed your mic? I don't think so. If I cannot hear you, that means you haven't fixed your mic. Let me come to Fifeola again. Fifeola, are you there? Fifeola is still not speaking. So Dami, hello Dami, you are here. I've been
Hi,
mentioning your
Auntie.
name. Did you hear me calling you?
Oh, I didn't. I heard. I was logging into the back end, but I knew when you just said you people said let's do show. I knew that you were shading me, so I
I
changed.
know. I'm not shading you.
Auntie B, no, don't mind
How
me.
can I shade you? I love you too much to shade you.
I know.
I'm taking instructions from you. But a lot of people are not interested in the topic, apparently. We only
No,
have 500 people, and they're not even liking. Choraye bayi.
please, like I'm
If it's
happy.
the story of Yoledoche, now you have 1,000 people watching. I'm
Please,
telling you.
let's like. This is a very
Mm.
important conversation. So I'm going to start off with my experience. I came to Canada straight from high school
Mhm.
for uni, and I remember the first time it was a group of friends. It was a friend's birthday party, and they invited us. And in my mind, as an international student, I was thinking free food. So we
Mhm.
go to this birthday celebration, and at the end of everything, they brought out bill and said that we should
Mhm.
pay.
Mhm.
Hey, and CB,
You didn't know that you pay.
I,
You
in
were
Nigeria,
eating
that's so I
because they
know
invited you.
they invited me. So again, coming from Nigeria, where and I grew up pretty sheltered, like boarding house and all of that. So I don't have like my experience of the world is different. If someone invites you for party in Nigeria, even Nigerians in the diaspora, if they invite you for party, they are taking care of the food, right?
Yes,
Most of the time.
yes, yes.
So in my mind, as a hungry student, I kept it was kind of like
I like that. She was a hungry student.
no,
You
I'm not even
decided to
joking.
eat. How much did you eat? Dami, tell us.
Thank God, thank God, because it was one of those places that I didn't really know the food, I didn't really understand it, and as I said, I just came, I was young,
Yeah.
right? So I think I maybe like $20 or $30, but until that was all the money in my account.
Chineke.
When because again, that was the culture shock that changed my mentality of Don't go anywhere they invite you. Take money that you can cover yourself.
Hmm.
Like that changed my mentality. Now, you said something that's very important that I do when it comes to dating. Your first date you shouldn't be spending that much money on your first date. Your first date should be somewhere simple, a coffee shop, because you're just getting to know each other. I don't know your pocket. Do you understand? And because in that stage you're still trying to impress yourselves, or everybody still has their best foot forward, it's just safe to go to somewhere simple that is open and is in the public, right? And so that safety aspect is covered. So first date Starbucks, pata pata, if you are being kidney, you spend $30, right? Then okay, after that you can now start gradually. Now the more invested you are is now when the splurging can begin. And as
Yeah.
I said, like even with people, I always offer to pay. Always offer to pay. Like most of the Nigerian people find it very insulting of, oh, this. Let's be, so that it's not like if anything happen now, at least I know that I can find my way back home. Do you
Mm.
understand? So I think that the problem with a lot of people in Nigeria is that entitlement mentality.
Yeah.
I'm entitled because you asked me on a
You
date. I
asked
am
me out,
entitled to your money.
so you must pay.
Two, there needs to be a mindset shift. A lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people have made boyfriends or men to be another source of income. I don't,
Yeah.
I don't know where that mentality sort of came from, but I
Mm.
think it's like
Is there influencers now? They have the influencers who tell them about how men are paying their way and men are doing this, men are doing that. And I'm not saying that men should not look after their women, but come on now, there is a process to it. When you now make it as like men is is guys are your project.
because
That
recently I even saw a post online, and I think the girl was going. I think it was somewhere on Insta blog. The girl was going back to school, and she wanted 400,000 naira. The guy gave her 90,000, and he was saying if you can't send it, like I'm just like if your parents cannot give you like why have we turned the other sex? Now on the other hand, coming to the woman's side,
mm,
why would you bring a friend?
mm-hmm.
I don't like, again, I've heard of people do that. Like someone asked them and they carry a group of friends and they go and eat the guy's money. And I just think that is very tacky.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. And I can only imagine, like, I can't even think of any of my friends that would be like, oh, you're going on a date, let's follow you. It's
Have
just
you not, Dami, have you not heard these days young girls? Like I'm talking about girls that just recently finished secondary school. On social media, we're saying, I cannot date a guy that don't have a car. Meanwhile, their papa no get car, they no get bicycle. You haven't seen those
yeah.
videos of young girls. Before I date you, you need to buy me both straight hair. You need to do this. You need to have a car. What do you have? What do
Yeah.
you have?
Yeah, yeah. To be honest, you're not entitled to anybody's thing. Like you're not even entitled to you're not entitled to anybody's thing. When people do things for you, yes, it depends on the level of the relationship. Do you understand what I mean? But on the first date, you can't just be demanding things. And on the first day, I don't know. Except for maybe as we're talking, you mentioned, oh, you work in the bank, you do this and do that. I will not ask you your salary on the first day. Do you understand why? Do you understand what I mean? So it takes time to find out this information to know that okay, he's even comfortable enough to be able to afford a
Mm,
$400,000 meal at a go.
mm, mm.
No,
400,000 naira.
four hundred
Yeah, it's a
thousand
lot.
naira. That's a lot.
It
That's
is.
a lot for a first date. Nah, nah.
Mm,
But until me, I learned my lesson. After that, that I was, when you manage to even scrape that, I had to look for, and here there's even tipping culture.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
That day it taught me a lesson that there's nothing like free lunch. Nothing.
Mm, mhm.
Nothing. So that's all I wanted to say, Auntie.
Thank you so much, Dami.
And
Appreciate
tomorrow
you.
is Mother's Day here. So happy Mother's Day
Oh,
from
thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
all right, bye, Auntie.
Okay, bye, sweetie. Bye bye. Dami, princess. Yeah, have your vex money. Don't eat more than you can pay. If you need to cough it and pay, better make sure you have like those ladies, at least they have money to pay. That's what she said. But I'm sure that she will go home and look at that bill over and over, because trust me, even if it's my own money, I would not spend 400,000 naira just to eat food out. Kilo day. That's a lot of money, guys. Let's be realistic now. So she is still gonna hurt her. She'll look at it and say, this money now I go use and shop for food for house. I go chop the food 6 months. Sometimes you spoil yourself, but don't be crazy. Money is not so easy to get like that. That you, especially in a place like Nigeria, where people are living below $1 every day of their life, you be throwing money around that you expect. You see, what Dami said is about the entitlement. People should not have entitled mentality, whether you're a man or a woman. Cut your dress according to your clothes. Otherwise, if you go chop what you're not supposed to chop, you go vomit am. Abby, welcome. Abby, Ebele, can you hear me? You just muted yourself, and I've added you to the show. Okay, I'm going to Valerie now. Let's see if Valerie is ready. Hi, Valerie.
Hello, Auntie B. Happy Mother's Day in advance.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
For me, this topic is quite interesting because it's so funny. I and my friends always have this conversation because this woman made this video saying that women should stop always looking at finances when looking for a potential husband. And I spoke to my friend. I was like, well, if you're in your 20s, I don't know why you guys are asking for like men that have landed already. Like, but if you're in your 30s, I can understand you're in a different position in life. So you're looking for men that have a bit more money to take care of a family. But it's just interesting because even now, like what is promoted is like extravagant dates. You guys go on these expensive restaurants. And if he's at that level, that means like that's soft life, like that's the energy everyone has to come on. But my take, I think that the first date should really be calm. You guys should go on like a basic, just something simple, basic. Like before I met my husband, we met like we did a walk, and during that walk, you can get to talk. I know if this is the type of person you want to even go on a second date with, because those dinners, you're putting your best face. You're not even really yourself. You spend money on makeup. You put on the nicest dress. Like you don't really get time to know that person. Get a point? To see if you want to waste your time. Because a lot of girls, they get into situations, they're like, oh, I can't believe this guy wasted my time. I'm like, no, you're wasting your time because the time you're supposed to be taking notes, taking time to really study this person. You're busy just focusing on the expensive meals. So for me, it's just quite interesting. This dating pool, I have my friends. They tell me, Valerie, the streets are hard. I'm like,
yeah, I hear that all the time.
I don't even know. Like they said, the streets are so hard these days. But I told them like, stop looking at social media to determine your marker for where you believe that relationships are. Because they think that okay, if a guy is not dropping money on me for the first date, he's not gonna take care of me. But I'm like, a wise man wouldn't. If a guy the first date he's dropping a lot of money, I'm gonna side eye him like, wait, does he have his finances all the way together that he feels comfortable dropping money like this? Because if he drops money like this, that means he's gonna drop money like this for another woman. I won't be his only woman he's dropping money like this for. But if he takes the time to talk to you and get to know who you really are, that is more for me. Even when I first met my husband, like that was more for me, more important. Like they get to know actually who you are as a person, rather than just going on dates.
You can offer me.
Exactly. So I don't know. This dating, this new generation, I don't know. You know what? My parents, they came from a time they'll be like, they'll see my dad say he saw my mom. It's like, oh, I want to marry you. Like it's a different generation. But our generation, we like extravagancy. I get it. Like I'm not saying that people should sell themselves short or you should like dim your light or not try too hard in terms of like finding someone. But I think people should be a bit more cautious and understanding. Even in the diaspora, like the economy is hard. I want to be honest. Like people are struggling. People are actually struggling.
Absolutely.
So if someone is dropping 400 on a date for one day, I will side eye your form of income if I don't know what you do for work. Because the thing though, these dates, you're not even asking the real questions. What do you do for work? Before you know, you find out that this guy, he's doing like low-key scam. So like, and even some people, if you know you like that type of life, right? Know the type of lifestyle it comes with. But the thing though, if they get their heart broken, they go on like this long rant that all men are trash. But I'm like, no, this is the type of men you're looking for that are obviously going to give you this result. So I don't know. I just say for our generation, just be a little bit more careful, cautious. Try to really study people before you even are wasting a lot of your time, because you're wasting your time by going on these dates. Wasting your
Hmm.
time to go on these dates and spending time with these people.
Do you know?
It's not.
You
It's
know
not
what?
healthy.
One thing I can say to young people, especially if you live,
Mm,
I mean, wherever you live in the world and you are dating, what men should take sex out of it, the table,
yes.
and women should
Hmm.
take money out of the table. Because I
Exactly.
think that is what a lot of young people, this is what they are after now. Oh, you want to sleep with me, so you got to spend money on me. That's what the girl will be thinking. But okay,
But
why
isn't
should
that
I sleep with
prostitution,
you?
Auntie B? Isn't that prostitution?
But that it seems like that is how dating has become in this day and age. Men are looking
But
for
that's
people
a
they want to
form.
sleep with. And the women are looking for money that they want to spend money on them. So it seems like everybody's trying to play everybody that okay, at least if I collect maybe 1 million naira from you, even if I sleep with you, I won't feel bad if we break up. I don't know. It's just so I don't know the even words to even describe it. Everything
No,
is
like
upside down.
no, but I want to be honest. People should sometimes ask. I don't know. Not a lot of people will be around Oyibo people, but ask some of them their dating patterns, because a lot of them, they don't go their first dates is at a fancy restaurant. They pick a safe location and they meet. They talk and they get to know each other. Like a lot of my Oyibo friends, like that's how they are, and it's really quite interesting, because it's like end of the day, when they meet somebody, by the time they've gone through a couple months, they know everything about the person. Like they've dissected everything they need to know about the person to determine if they
Mm,
want to move forward with that relationship. But for
yeah.
us, it's like you want to take a look, your location at you're at this expensive restaurant that somebody took you out. When it's like you have a lot in life, like you have a long life to experience all of that. Like especially when you're
Mm,
20s, you have your 30s to experience all the fanciest restaurants in the world with someone that's in the end of the day you care about and
mm,
cares about you at the like just the same. So I don't know. That's
mm.
just my take on this MTB.
All right. Thank you so much, Valerie, for calling. Fashionable Greek, thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate it. God bless you. Abby, are you ready now? You're muted. If you can unmute yourself, I'm rounding up now so that we can bring this to a good, tidy close. Tammy, welcome. You're muted again.
Hello, Auntie B.
Hi, how are
Good-
you?
I'm very well, thank you. Good evening.
Welcome.
So when I saw this post on the group chat, I was very shocked. Like
Mm-hmm.
400,000 in one sitting, just one dinner. I was
Mm-hmm.
so surprised because I quickly converted the money to pounds, and that's like over 400 pounds.
Yes, 4:30.
As a family woman, I spend less than that on my monthly shopping for my
Uh-huh.
household. So I was so shocked. And I go to Nigeria regularly as well. I take my family out, and I've never on one sitting spent over 100,000. Never.
Mm-hmm.
So I was very shocked for two young girls and a guy to go to a restaurant. I was just imagining what sort of restaurant was it that they went, that they spent that
It's from
huge,
heaven. The
huge
restaurant is
amount of
from
money.
heaven.
And for me, the guy too is to blame, because from the story of the girl, she said the guy was the one that actually picked the spot.
Mm-hmm.
So most Nigerian men, they want to always impress
Yes.
the ladies. They
Mm-hmm.
want to live beyond their means. So advice to guys, live, within your means. There's no point trying to impress a girl on the first date, because once you start that habit, you have to keep it up.
Mm-hmm.
So you take a girl out to a very, posh, fancy restaurant on the first date. In her head, you have loads of money.
Mm-hmm.
So next time she's going to expect you to do the same. And how
Mm-hmm.
long are you going to keep that up? And later you might say, "Oh, this girl, she likes money too much." But you started it. You've told her that you are up to the task.
Mm-hmm.
So men as well needs to be blamed in that aspect.
Yeah. He chose
Relationship
the
and all that.
restaurant. Yeah.
Yeah. So for on the guy's part, this is a red flag. If you take a girl out, even two girls, like normally in a Nigerian setting, I remember growing up as a young girl. When a guy asks us to come out for a date, it was the same, back then. We always go with a friend. I don't know
Mm,
why, but even when I was in uni, we always go out with a friend. But
mm,
most time we'll tell the guy I'm coming with a friend, and most guys were like, okay, that's fine. So that culture has always been there in Nigeria. Girls like to come out with a friend on a first date until they are a bit comfortable with the guy. But if a
mhm.
guy, you take a girl out and they can eat like proper gluten on the first date like that, that is a massive
Mm.
red flag. They will
To
eat
be,
your destiny away.
to be fair, the guy too was eating. That's what the girl said.
Yeah,
That
they're all criminals.
Tommy said they are criminals. They eat like criminals.
They're all criminals. My
Oh my
goodness.
god.
Because I was just
Yeah.
calculating what like I bought two plots of land not quite long ago in my town, and a plot of land was ₦1 million.
Mhm.
So I'm just thinking this is almost
Almost there are some places in Nigeria that 400,000 will buy
you can
land.
get the land,
Yes, you can still use 400,000 in some places
and
outside of Lagos
the
to buy
average salary
to
in
buy
Nigeria
land.
is how much? Like you said
Mm.
earlier on, some people don't earn that money in a year.
Mhm.
So for a woman, a young girl like that to go to eat that amount of food, the guy needs to run.
Even the guy too.
The
It
guy
looks
too, that
like
one is a
it
proper
looks like
gluten.
somebody that is a who eat the whole restaurant.
I think the guy honestly doesn't have that money to pay for the meal. But he
Mm.
was thinking if the girl comes on her own, maybe
A lot of people are saying that the money went to alcohol. Maybe they bought a bottle of the finest Chardonnay or something. I don't know.
for
Maybe
you
they
to
bought champagne. We
yes, for
don't
you
know.
to catch a
Mm,
big girl, you need to impress on the first date.
mm,
So I think that
mm,
was what he was trying to do. He doesn't have the money. He wanted to catch a big fish and was thinking, okay, whatever happens, I don't think I will spend more than 100 or 150. But to his greatest shock, when the bill came, he was like, there's no way out. And that was
mm.
why I was saying I would transfer money.
I will
Obviously,
tra-
he didn't have the money. He
why
doesn't have
didn't you pay? You transfer with transfer
he does
transfer kill you there. Are
he
you
doesn't
okay?
have it. But Nigerian girls here, these are our girls of these days. Yeah, they are
Wahala.
something else. So they can eat
Wahala be
somebody's
like
destiny
bicycle.
away. They
Mm,
can eat you. They can eat a man's destiny. No, it's terrible. I was very shocked. I was very
mm.
shocked. So I said, let me call in and give my own small contribution.
Thank you,
It's
dear.
shocking.
Thank you, Tammy. That's why I was asking of you yesterday that have I heard from you? I said we've not spoken for some time.
I was there on Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, but I go for the morning
Uh,
one.
oh, I see. No
Yeah,
worries. Let's
yeah.
talk soon. Okay.
Okay, okay, man, no
Thank you. My
problem.
love
Have
to
a
your
good
husband.
evening.
Yeah.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Okay. Tammy took this conversation to another level. He said that they are criminals. That was funny. She said, yeah, anybody that can eat 400,000 in one city is a criminal. You gotta be a criminal. You gotta be 419. You're a Yahoo boy or Yahoo woman for you to eat that kind of money. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, there was something that the previous caller before Tammy said there's a lot we can learn from, Igbo people. Yeah. Of course, people in Nigeria they don't have access to, watching Oyibo life and the way they conduct their business when it comes to relationship and things like that. But we can learn. And I feel like because of the culture in the abroad, not that you don't have women abroad that are materialistic, but as compared to Nigeria, it's not the same. It's not the same. What I see on social media these days, that's what a lot of Nigerian young people are doing and the expectation they have, I just shake my head. Kilo day, everything is all about money, 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 money. And I'm not saying that money is not good, right? As a grown woman, if you're even a grown woman, you've attained a level of success, you have your own money. Okay, you can expect that, okay, what is the guy bringing to the table? At least to meet you halfway. You can afford the lifestyle, right? But if you cannot, that is even the one that makes me laugh. For instance, you don't have bicycle. You say you can't date a man that don't have a car. So I don't understand. But you know the funny thing, men like women like that. Some men like women like that who will, because they will say, you want to impress them. They'll be so proud of you and they worship you. Some men don't like women that are independent. They don't like women that they are making their own money. They see it like, this one cannot be submissive. This one cannot respect me. But you know what? It doesn't follow. It doesn't. You'll be shocked. There are some people that are very broke, but their Igberaga is not broke. I'm telling you. They have serious pride on top of the brokenness. So it never follows with these things. All right, now let's take the next call. Hi, Desire. Can you hear me now? You still can't hear me. Fifeola, what about you? If you can't hear me, I'm going to take you out now because it seems like your mic is not working or Fifeola is muted. Abby, is either you are there or you are not there. Are you there? Ebele, can you hear me? You are muted. Okay, that's fine. If you want to come back, maybe you can hear me. Then come back. The link is there. I'm rounding up now. We've done 1 hour. It's not a long thing. It's just a very short, show tonight. I just wanted to touch on dating in this day and age. What is it like now? And do's and don'ts basically, especially first dates. If you are a young lady and a man is been talking to you and wants to take you on a first date and decide to fly you to Dubai on a first date, I'm asking all young ladies here now. If a man on a first date wants to take you to Dubai, would you be flattered or would you be cautious? Would you go or you be afraid? And I like to know, tell me how you will take that. If somebody is talking to you and they're like, you know what? I like to take you to Dubai on our first date. Somebody you've never met, or maybe you've been talking, you haven't met, and they want to take you to Dubai. I'm curious to know because a lot of people, I already know what a lot of people who've never, maybe they've never have hope that they will ever see passport in their life. Sometimes some of these things a function of poverty mentality. Yeah. Valerie said, I will run. Right, you run. Okay. Yeah. Would you go? First date. Seriously, Cynthia. On a first date, someone you never met, they want to take you to Paris or to Dubai. Would you go? I'm asking. There's a reason why I'm asking. Are you going to go? First date. Say, you know what? Let's meet in the airport and I'll fly you. I'm buying you a ticket. And let's go to Dubai. And Romari said, I won't go. I love my life. Oh, okay. Will you go? Eh? Cynthia, you're saying not Dubai, but Paris. It's the same. It's the same. Whether it's Paris or Dubai, it's traveling abroad, traveling overseas for the first time on a first date. Eh? How would you respond to that? Would you be flattered? Oh, he's gonna spoil me. He wants to give me a good time. I'm gonna do shopping. I'm gonna travel, maybe business class. Christiana said no. Brother Patrick said I will go and jackpot. Brother Patrick, that's funny. Oh my goodness. One should be very, very careful. Cynthia, it depends on the guy. Okay, first date though. Somebody you've never met. It depends on the guy. Okay. Remember, I'm not saying somebody you are dating. I'm saying on a first date. Somebody you've never met. Yeah. Okay. Plant-based nutrition share. I won't go. It's not her I buy. It's not worth it. You don't want to buy. You think they're going to buy you? First date, not someone you are dating, not somebody you've met. Because there's a lot that goes into let's go away. I think that's what some young ladies don't take it. They don't think this thing's true. You think, oh, They want to fly me to Dubai. They want to fly me to Paris. Sounds really romantic. Oh, I'm traveling. I'm going abroad. But you've forgotten that it's not going to be booking two different rooms for you. You will pay for that ticket. You will pay for that trip. You will pay in kind. You will pay. They will collect. Hmm. So sometimes it's good to think things through. Some young ladies, even though they don't come from rich family, they are not, they are, it depends on your values. They are not easily, they don't they don't trip over things like that. You can't impress them with money like that. They still have people like that too. Some, young ladies from very good home. Yeah. Ekene, do you want to say something?
Okay, let me say this, right?
Mm,
You guys have to understand that the way men think and the way
mm,
women think are two different things.
right.
Women are intrigued by what they see. Men are intrigued by what they expect.
Mm-hmm.
So when the problem with our culture today is
Mm,
that we have become Americanized in our
mm-hmm.
thinking.
Mm-hmm.
We've thrown away our culture. Our women are not really interested in our culture as they supposed to. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think there has been a time when most of our women are. I think a majority of them today,
Mm-hmm.
of certain percentage,
Mm-hmm.
have veered away from what it used to be,
What do you mean?
and especially the younger generation. They
Mm,
they want you to buy them something.
mm-hmm.
They want you to fly them out. They
Mm-hmm.
actually the very moment you approach them, they demand something from you.
Yeah.
Within
Like my
the
house rent is
first,
due. My
my house
birthday is
rent is
tomorrow.
due. My
Mm-hmm.
birthday is tomorrow. In fact,
Mm-hmm.
I the one that intrigued me so much is that back in the days, I will have somebody that would tell me, "Oh, my birthday is next 2 weeks," and then
Mm-hmm.
in 6 months they will tell me, "Oh, this is my birthday." I'm like, "Okay, didn't you tell me that your birthday was 6 months ago?" And they will tell
Yeah.
you, "Oh, no, I didn't tell you." They will deny it to your face.
Really?
And you like, I've not talked to you for more than 6 months, but how come are you celebrating two birthday within the
Within
six
the
months that
space
I
of
met you?
6 months,
Yeah,
they were born twice.
they were born twice in 1 year. So, but the thing is this, right? Um, I gotta tell you, most of the thing that happen in our society, because if you look at our society today, we have the lowest number of married women ever in our history.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that when you were coming up, uh, your people that must have gotten married during your time, they all got married in their 20s, early
Some
20s.
20s, some 20s, some 30s. Yeah.
And okay, I would tell you, I have not when I was growing up in the 80s and the 90s, right? I don't
Mm,
recall any Igbo girl because I'm mostly on the Igbo side. I don't
mm,
recall any Igbo girl that got married past the age of 25.
mm-hmm.
I don't recall. Most of them
Mm-hmm.
got married starting at the age of 15.
Mm-hmm.
By the time they turn 22, most of them are already married. But fast forward to today, by the mid 2000 and today, they mostly hit now 28, 29, 30, 35.
And you
And
think,
then
what do you think is responsible for this culture or values?
it's not culture, it's value.
Mm-hmm.
It's value because we have lost our mind.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, the men understand that most of the women just want money. They don't have any feelings for you. So he's ready to spend that money on
Mm-hmm.
her, knowing
Mm-hmm.
fully well he's never going to marry her. There used to
Mm-hmm.
be a time in Nigeria when men will friend the girls in the city and go to the village to marry. You do
Mm-hmm.
remember those days?
Yeah.
They will friend girls in the city and
Mm.
then leave them and they will go to the village. So what the mothers will do, as soon as she finished secondary school, the moms will send their daughters straight to the village so that
Mm-hmm.
so the guys can catch them there and marry them. And that's what happened. Most of my cousin sisters or the girls that I grew up with, they all went back to the village and got
But
married in the village.
that can happen today now. You know that.
But that's what I'm saying. But if you go to the village now, in fact, the village and the cities are all the same today.
The villagers, some of the village girls are worse than city girls these days.
Because number one, the village, what you didn't grow up, it's just like if you didn't grow up with something, right, from childhood, whenever you get that in at adult age, you overuse it.
Right.
But if it's something that you grew up from childhood, it gets to a time you fed up with it because you've had the same thing over and over. It doesn't intrigue you anymore. But if you get that thing in your early teens, let's say 1920, or your late 20 or your early 20s, it's going to take you at least 10 years to recover yourself. So that's the thing about the ones that were raised in the village versus the ones that were raised in the city. But today, city and village in most cases have mixed up together now. And due to the advancement in technology and access to mobile phones, right? The city has come to the village. But the only way that these things can be fixed is that we as a people, we have to now start changing our ways, taking our girls back to culture, start training, because one of the greatest problems that Nigeria has made, one of the greatest mistakes that Nigeria has made that have resulted to this big problem today is the fact that girls today are not raised to be wives anymore.
And the boys, are they raised to be husbands, you think?
Guess what? The mistake that we make in society is this: we always want to hold men and women at the same level of responsibility. You can't, because guess what? The woman is the goods, the man is the buyer. The woman
I didn't
is
get
the
that.
product. The woman is the product. The man is the buyer. If the product is not right, the buyer will never buy it. Am I correct?
I don't know how that analysis relates to relationship.
Okay, it relates a lot, and let me explain it to you. If a mother doesn't raise her daughter right, a man will not marry the daughter. Am I correct?
I don't know. There are a lot of badly raised women that are married.
Okay, guess what? Guess why a lot of badly raised women are married? Because some of them hide who they are. We all know that. They hide who they are, and then by the time the man discovers, because remember that Nigerian men tend to forgive easily due to they go to church in the name of church. God always, when they go to church, what does the church? Because the church is one of the reasons why most of our families are messed up today. They go to church and say, of course I know. When they go to church, this is what the church preached to them. The Bible preached that you should forgive and forget. Is in our past. She's no longer that person today. And then the man forgives, right? That is why the bad ones are married.
I'm struggling to follow this your line of argument. I'm really struggling, but I'm allowing you to talk because I really want to hear you explain it. But okay.
So what happened is this basically. When the good girls have gone to school, have been raised to be wives, and have done everything that society required them to do, they can't find a husband because you know what? The good girls don't come out. The bad girls are always in the streets. It's the bad girls that boys come across because the good ones are home, right? Due to the fact that the good ones are home and the bad ones in the street, the bad ones are the ones that are very manipulative. They'll be like, oh, you know what is in my past? You don't. My past is my past. It doesn't count anymore. I love you, and this and that and that. And guess what? The good man, because that man can't find a good girl. The good girl is at home. Guess what he does? He marries the bad girl. Or sometimes the marriage has gone 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Then he discovered that she used to be a harlot, or she used to, You know, she never actually went to school, even though she registered in college, but she didn't really graduate. Or maybe she graduated, but she didn't know anything about what she went to school for, right? He takes her up.
It's like the way your analysis is going, you're putting
Mhm.
all the blame of why maybe marriages are not working today on the side of the woman, saying that the man is the buyer and the woman is the product. I don't know. I'm struggling with
Do you
that. I
want me,
don't.
you're gonna struggle? You're gonna struggle because this is the conversations we haven't had in our families. When I have this conversation with men, they got it. But when I have it with our women, they're like, "Oh," because
No,
we're not
because
having these conversations.
no,
And that's
because
the,
you're making it. Let me explain. You're making it sound as if all the marriages that happened when we were growing up were good marriages and they were perfect, and that
no,
people
they
had
weren't.
happy marriages back in the day. No, they didn't.
They
Why do we
weren't.
have a lot of no? They didn't. People didn't have a lot of good marriages, including
I
our own
agree with you on
mothers
that.
back
I
in the
agree with
day.
you.
A lot of
If
them went through hell in marriage. A lot of them were product of abusive marriages. So it wasn't like it was all kumbaya for marriages back in the day.
I would say that a lot of our women have bad marriages. No, that's not correct because you got to understand that our mothers know how to exaggerate things.
No, no, no,
Some
no, no,
of
no. We grew up and we saw it, and we continue to see it today. And it's simple. It's simple why we have
it-
this
it- you
disparity.
know okay, you see it in the lens of a woman. I may see things in the
No, no,
lens
no.
of a
I'm not
man,
saying
right?
it in the lens of a woman. I'm seeing it the way it is.
So you're
Trust me,
saying that
I'm a woman.
our men were abusing, that all our mothers those days were product of
No,
abuse.
no, I didn't say all our mother. I said there was a lot of abuse in marriages those days, and it's
Coming from the man to the woman, or going to both sides.
coming from mostly coming from the man to the woman. And the reason why till today, because I think the conversation has kind of shifted from where it was to now you're talking about why marriages are not working out. Because our men were never raised, in most cases, most of them were not raised for husband's role. They were not trained
Why did you say that?
because the only thing that they told most of the men
Hmm.
is a man needs to provide.
That's right,
Exactly.
and he has to.
Yes, he has to
What
provide. But
else?
is that what it takes? Is that
No,
all
no,
it
no,
takes to
no,
be a
no, no.
successful
I'm
husband?
asking you. What other things do men have to do in the house?
Come on
No, no.
now.
I'm asking you now. I did ask you
Ekene,
now.
why are you
Maybe.
talking like this now?
Okay, okay. I did ask you because there are things that women want men to be in the house that men
Okay,
can be
should I
because
list
of
it?
biology. List it. List it. That's what I was
Because of
asking. List it.
biology,
Yeah,
the only
yeah.
thing that the only thing a woman is doing that a man cannot do because of biology is having a baby, getting
Okay,
pregnant and nursing a baby.
let me take biology away. Let me say nature. In terms of nature, what is it that a man is supposed to do in the house
What do you think a man
naturally?
should do apart from
No,
providing?
no, no. List it for me now. You told me you're going to list it. List it. Let's find out.
I think that's another conversation altogether.
Okay, the reason why is this, right? Men can't do everything. Men can't be emotional. Men cannot provide. Men cannot make you feel happy in the relationship. It's a woman's responsibility to be happy in the relationship, not a man's responsibility. You see what I'm
Oh,
saying? Because
what
I
did you
hear
say?
people say that all the time. It's not
That
a man's responsibility to make his wife happy.
okay? It's a woman's
Men can
responsibility to
It's a woman's responsibility to make herself happy in a marriage.
okay.
Men
Yeah, I agree with
provide.
that. Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Men provide, men protect. We are raised to be men, and our fathers did a damn good job doing that. We were
Really?
raised to, yes. And I can list it for you
Mm-hmm.
if you want me to. I can give you the list.
No, I don't think it's necessary.
We are made to protect. We are made to
Mm,
provide. We
mm-hmm.
are made to defend our family. We are made to sacrifice ourselves for you.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Meaning that if anybody is going to pass through that door, they have to get to me before they get to you, right?
So, in terms of, let's take the first basic one that a lot of Nigerian men were raised with providing. Do you think it's
Okay.
only men that provide in this day and age? Even back then?
Guess what? If you reduce the lifestyle of women today, men still provide for their family 100%. Women don't have to work that
But
much
can I shock
today.
you? Where do you live, Ekene?
I live in Dallas.
You live in America,
Yes.
and you are thinking and talking like this?
Why wouldn't I?
Wow. I'm
What? But
disappointed.
why are you disappointed when I say that there is a big problem in our society that we have to fix? And that society means that we have to reduce our unmarried behavior. Just like you said on your title, you said, is it that the girls are greedy or the men are broke? The men are not broke. I'm not a broke man, but do you know there are if I'm single, right? There are a lot of unmarried that's unqualified women out there for me, even in Nigeria.
Are you
When I go
single
to
or
Nigeria,
married?
I'm married. But
You're
guess
married.
what? Before I got married, right? Before I got married, I went to Nigeria many times.
And
I said, you know what? It's just, I couldn't even find a single suitor, not even in the village or in the
in the
city.
whole of Nigeria, you couldn't find one.
I tell you, because the good girls are hard to find, the bad ones are in the street. That's what I
Right.
said earlier, right? I said it earlier, right? Know that the boys are broke. I have very, very wealthy guys out there that are my friends.
How many in this day and age, how many of them are very, very wealthy like that compared to the women? I mean, I'm not saying that you don't have wealthy guys out there, but you also know that a lot of women are making their own money this day and age.
I gotta tell you, Nigerian men in Nigeria still outreach women 8-2. Nigerian women don't have money compared to Nigerian men at all.
Okay.
In terms of wealth, Nigerian women do
you've
not
done the
have money.
statistics?
When you go overseas, let me tell you something. When you go to like London or like England, when you go outside Nigeria, yes, maybe the ratio between men and women in terms of bringing money home is going to be very close. Yes, I agree with you. But in Nigeria, no, men outnumber women.
Do you know that the average family in Nigeria is the women that pay most of the bills these days, like school fees? I'm not talking about millionaires. I'm talking about the average families, the average Nigerian family.
That is not correct, because men are still far more employed in Nigeria than women. How are they going to make the money?
So you think it's only paid employment when you have a job? That's only how to make money?
Okay, let me ask you. Men are far more, let me say this, men are far more employed than women in Nigeria, and men have more business than women in Nigeria, own more business than women in Nigeria. Men are majority of middle class in Nigeria. I go to Nigeria 3-4 times a year.
But even
So
if
I know
men are, let's say that your argument holds that men have more
Mhm.
money, they are middle class, they make more money. Having money as a man doesn't mean that the person is a provider.
No, you might be shifting the discussion. Yes,
No.
if you have
I
that's
just want
why
to ask, does it mean that if you have money that you are providing for your wife or your children?
it depends on what you characterize as provision. Are you saying financial provision or
Of
what?
course, I'm talking about financial. We're talking
Of course,
about money.
if you have money, if you have more money, you definitely have to provide more. Definitely, that is the 100.
Are they? I mean, is there everybody that has money?
They are, because I don't know anybody in Nigeria that has that. From my point of view, I don't know any man in Nigeria that has money and his wife doesn't have money that is not providing food in the
So
house.
the men are just perfect. It's the women that are the problem.
No. The women are not. The men are not perfect. It depends on what we're discussing. Remember, it depends on what we're discussing, because there are places where women are have more strength than men. We're not going to underestimate that. The bottom line is this, right? Men and women need each other. A man cannot do without a woman. Period.
Oh, really? Actually,
No,
they
you
can.
can't.
No, they can.
Excuse me, ma'am. We cannot.
yes.
Let's not promote this. It's not good for our society.
What am I promoting?
We shouldn't promote that men don't need women, women don't need men. We
I
all
didn't say
need each
that.
other.
You said that men cannot do without women, and I'm saying that it's possible for a man to do without a woman.
How can a man do without a woman?
Because not every man wants to get married. Not every man wants to, have relationship. Not every man wants to be with a woman. Some men want to be with men.
Guess what? That is their individual decision. Wait until they get old. And they don't have family to take care of them. They don't have a wife to cook for them while when they are sick on that bed. That's when he's going to know that he needs a woman. Am I right?
Okay, hold on. There's a video I want to share, because I think our conversation here. Hold on. I want to share a video with you, Ekene. A lot of
Mhm.
people are very unhappy with you in the comment section. But you see,
Yeah,
I've listened to you very
they're not going to be
patiently
happy. They're not going to be happy with me
because
because
you have some very, you have
I'm a
your views.
traditional man. I'm not
Ah,
your modern
okay,
man. I'm a
right.
traditionalist to the core. And guess what?
Right.
It's
It's
good
always
for us.
interesting when men, and it's mostly Igbo men that I've seen that say, I'm a traditional man. What does that mean when you say
Because
that
we
you're a
Igbos,
traditional
yeah,
man?
we Igbos, I don't want to I don't want to what do they call it? I don't want to be what do they call it? Tribal on this. We Igbos, yes, we are very, very traditional
You think
in
it's only
every.
Igbos that are traditionals?
No, no, that's why I said I don't want to
Traditional.
be. I don't want to be tribal about this. And Yoruba
Mhm.
men are very traditional. In fact, I think Yoruba men are more traditional than Igbo.
Exactly.
Okay,
So it's not about tradition, it's about your values. It's about
okay.
your values and how you were raised. I know a lot of Igbo men that don't think like you. So it's
And
not
guess
about
and guess
it's
what?
not about
And guess
tribe.
what? It all
Yeah.
depends on where the Igbo man finds himself. Because if he's on the other receiving end, he's going to be
But
even
why is your
more
mindset
traditional.
stuck? Why is it so stuck? It seems
To
like your
what?
mindset is stuck somewhere along the line, but you have not involved, even though you've lived in America for how long? I don't know. Why are you
Hmm.
so bent
I'm
on
not.
retaining this mindset?
What is wrong with me retaining the mindset of our culture?
Because
Should
everything you
should I
said
should I should I
oozes of
walk away?
patriarchy.
Yes, because we shouldn't apologize for patriarchy. Patriarchy is what sustains society.
So you
If you give,
agree
if
that
you
women
give,
shouldn't.
if you make this, if you make Nigeria matriarchy, do you want Nigeria to be matriarchy or patriarchy?
I want
That's a
everybody to
question.
be equal because that's how God
Why should
created
we
us.
be equal? Why should
Because God
God
has made
never?
us equal.
No, God never made us equal. That's not
God
true.
made us equal.
No, ma'am, God does not make. God never made us equal. It's God, the
God
man, the
made us
wife, and
equal.
children.
No, no,
Nope.
no, 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 no,
God,
no.
no.
Every human being
God,
is created equally.
nope.
Nobody
Nope.
is higher than
No
anybody.
human being is equal. Human beings there is hierarchy in human society. Just
No,
like
no,
in
no, no,
animal
no.
kingdom,
There is
there
no,
is
no, no,
hierarchy.
no, no, no.
I
I cannot,
disagree
please.
with you on that one.
I
But you
will
can play
no.
the video. I
I've listened
disagree
to
with you on
you.
that.
I've allowed you to talk, but please don't bring that here. That we are not created equal.
No, we're not.
How were we not created equal? Where did God say
Because
that one gender is superior to the other gender? Where?
where did God say that we are all created equal?
God made them men and women, He made them. In Genesis
Yes.
chapter 1, He said, where did He say that one is superior to the other?
And where is in the Bible where it says that He made them men and women and He made them equal?
They're equal. That's what He said. In Genesis
No,
chapter, are you a Christian?
He made a man and woman, but He never said He made them equal.
So who is
Just
higher?
like
Men are
okay, let
superior.
me ask you, man, husband and wife and children, are they equal?
Oh my goodness.
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
believe
You
we're
said
having
He
this
made them
conversation.
equal.
You're not
Yeah, are
what
we
are you
equal
saying?
to our kids? Are we equal to our kids? Our children,
You're
are we equal to them?
you're superior to your kids.
No, are we equal to our kids?
Yes, all human beings are equal.
No, I'm not equal to my child because I have to raise him.
And so that makes you
That
superior.
I'm not. No, I'm superior
Do
because
you
there is
believe that?
hierarchy.
Okay, let
I
me
have.
ask you this again. Do you believe that white
Mhm.
people are superior to you because of the color of their skin?
Guess what? Guess what? If we say that white people are currently not superior to us, we are lying to
No, no, no. I'm
ourselves
just
because
asking you a simple question. Is a
of
white
course
man superior to
is it,
you?
a white man is superior to me because if I go somewhere, people will attend to the white man first before me, and I'm not naive about that. I
No,
shouldn't be
that's
naive
not.
about
No,
that. That is why.
you're not answering the question. Is it superior? It's not because of the service that you are giving
Mm-hmm,
or because of
mm-hmm,
discrimination or
mm-hmm,
inequality. Do you
mm-hmm.
believe in your heart of heart, Ekene, as an Igbo man that you are proudly a
Yes,
traditional man, that a white man is
Bio-
superior
bi-
to you
no,
by creation?
biologically, the white man is not superior to me because he's a man. He has the same biological, every position that he has, I have it. He's not.
Why is it not
Status
superior?
wise,
He's
yes,
white,
he
you are
is.
black. Why is it not superior
But
to
he's a
you?
man. But he's a man.
But he's white
Yes.
and you are black.
No, he's white social, but he's white socially. He's superior, right? Socially. But biologically, he's not. We're
So
the
you believe
same.
that you are, as a man, you are superior to women?
As a man, I am supposed to be responsible for a woman that is my wife, not any other woman. A woman that is my wife, I have to answer for her because it's my responsibility
So
to
answering for
protect
to
and
your wife, does that
no, not to
equals
my wife, not to my
superiority?
wife, to answer for her, not to
Okay,
her.
answering for her or your wife answering to you, whatever semantic you want to run that way, does that
Mhm.
equal superiority in your understanding?
Yes. Is it because I have to be in control. I have to be in control of my family.
Why?
Because if anything happens to my family, guess what? I'm the one that has to be asked that question. What? Okay,
Okay.
if some are you married, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, if you're married, right?
Yes.
Okay, if something happens to to your house, right? Happens in your
Mhm.
household, do
Yes.
people come to you and ask you, or do they go to your husband and ask?
It depends on who is available.
Oh, no, no, no. If you and your husband happen to be in that house, not who is
Yes.
available. If you
Yes.
and your husband are in that house and
Yes.
they come in, do they go to you or they go to your husband?
It doesn't matter. They can come to me.
If
Depends on the context
why
of
would
what they
they?
are bringing in.
So if they come to you, you're not going to tell them, "I'm not." Can you go to my husband? So you're not going to defer that
Why the
respect to
hell
your
would I
husband.
do that? Why?
Why the hell would you do that?
Yes.
That is the problem with our society. So it's not greed. That's the problem with our society. If you as a woman is going to say, "Why the hell would I do that?" That tells a lot. So you want to wear the
Come
pants,
on
right?
now.
You want to
Don't be
wear the
like
pants,
that.
right?
Don't be like
Come on,
that.
why won't I be like that?
You're talking like
Why
an
won't I be like that?
uneducated local man who is talking in the
Let
50s
me
or
tell you,
40s.
it's not
Come
matter
on
of an
now.
educated local man. It's matter of
You're talking like a very
it's matter
local
of
man. I'm sorry. You're
respect.
talking
It's
like
matter
somebody
of
that has no
respect.
awareness, somebody who is
It's
not exposed. Talk
respect.
like an illiterate. I'm sorry.
Guess what? I'm a mechanical engineer, aerospace
No, but your
engineer. I'm
education has
fully
not reflected
educated, but
in
I
your
don't give
thinking.
I don't sacrifice my tradition.
What
And it's
tradition?
and this is the problem. Our women want to box the men. We want to box our men and make them inferior. That's emasculate
A
our
real
men.
man will not be.
Why would a woman
A
answer
real
for her
man will not
husband?
be emasculated. What do you
No,
mean
a
answer
real
for
man
your
gets
husband?
emasculated by the
A
wife saying
woman
that no, I'm going to be the
who
one
can
that will
attend to
answer.
whatever they bring to the family. I have to
Please,
defer to
man,
my
please,
husband.
please, please, you got to defer to your husband. Let's not do this. It's not
Eh,
good. That's how our
yeah.
society is getting messed up today. You
I
said
just can't
greedy girl
imagine how your
or
wife
broken
is. Your wife.
because guess what? She believes in being subordinate. She believes in that a man is
Your wife
above
is
her,
your
and and
your
guess
wife
what?
is your
My mother,
subordinate.
of course, if you're not subordinate to yours, she's subordinate to hers.
I can never be subordinate to any human being. I'm
But guess
subordinate to
what?
God.
But that's why our women are getting more single today because
That's
guess
all
what?
right. It's fine. Being
Our
single is
but
not an insult. It's not a problem. It's not the end of the world. Look, let me tell you something. The vice president of your country is married. She has no biological child, but she's achieved her purpose. Her name will go into the Guinness Book of Record as the first, not only first woman as a vice president, but she's the
is that
first black woman.
is that her greatest achievement?
Oh yes, that's purpose. You think
And
having a
guess
husband
what?
is
And
purpose?
guess and guess what?
The
A
greatest
woman's
women in
great.
this world never
Uh,
got married.
get
Some of
what?
them never had
Guess
children.
what? Guess what? Their name might be on the Guinness Book of Record, but their lineage stops.
Which lineage? Which lineage?
Everybody's greatest achievement is to
Uh,
have an offspring that
and you
continues your
think
name.
because you are such a traditional man, and you think
But
you need
guess
to carry a child biologically for you to have offspring.
if a woman cannot reproduce biologically for a fault that is not her own, right? I understand. But if she made that decision of no reproduction, she's a coward.
So any woman that doesn't have children is a coward.
No, did you remember what I said? I said a woman that chooses not to reproduce is a coward. The one that
Okay, now
can't
you've
reproduce
insulted people here, so
due to biological issue, right?
I'll have to let you go because now you are insulting my guest, my followers, and I will not take that. Okay, Ekene, I've listened to you, and I kind of feel sorry for you. Okay, I feel sorry for you that you live in America, you claim to be a mechanical engineer, you are educated, but you are so your mind is stuck in tradition, and you are calling women subordinate. Your wife is subordinate to you. We are not created equal. A person cannot come into your house and speak to you when your husband is there. I just can't imagine how unhappy your wife is. Wow. And you're saying this is why women are not getting married. They would rather be single than to be married to men like you. I'm so sorry for that woman that calls herself your wife. Because with this kind of man, Jesus, it's too much. I've given you over 20 minutes of my precious time, but when you start talking about women who choose not to have children, that they are cowards, I would not take that. Now, you have no right to judge anybody. It's a decision to have children. Would you rather people have children? There are people who have children, they throw them away. There are people who have children and they go through all sorts of nasty things, they abuse them. It's a personal decision. It's only in Africa that everybody must have children. Oyibo people, they marry, they don't have children, they live fulfilled life. Your fulfillment in life, your purpose in life is not tied to relationship or marriage. Okay? You're only talking like this because you claim to be a traditional man, and I just think that you are lost. Let me put it that way. Maybe if Man of Prestige was here, he will be able to, I don't know. Ola, if you listen to this on playback, I would like to hear your thoughts on this, because I can't deal with people like this. I just can't. How will somebody come into your house, they will talk to you? Am I not a human being? Why would they not talk to me? Your wife is your subordinate. Ha. Lady Jaguar, thank you very much for the super chat. I don't even care how long it's been in the US. It's never going to change. And people like this never change. He sees women as subordinates, and that's okay. It's the women that will tolerate such foolishness. Anyway, and you know the funny thing about men like this, and you know women can play happy marriage, but eventually she's going to end up being so broken. She will have no self-worth. She should have been controlled all her life. Control, like properly controlled. Wow. Congrats. Anyway, I was going to share this video. I don't know if you are still watching. It doesn't matter whether you're watching or not, to be honest. People like you just, I don't have patience, but I tried. I tried this evening. Guys, you know I really tried. A lot of people were begging me in the comment section to cut him off, but I tried. I listened. I kept giving him opportunity for him to redeem himself. But it's like he was getting deeper and deeper into this hole that is dog for himself. There's nothing wrong with patriarchy. Women are subordinates. Wow. Oh my God. Okay. I don't agree with you at all. I don't. Yeah. You're a traditional man. Why didn't you stay in your village? You'd have stayed in your village now. Why come to America? You shouldn't have come to America if you refuse to change or to move on with, changing society. You think that the problem of this world now is the world is changing too fast, and, things should remain the same way. There was nothing wrong with this world the way it was 50 years ago. Why are you using iPhone? Why are you using iPhone? Why are you using computers? Why don't you stay stuck in analog telephone? Come on now. You say you're an engineer. Everything evolves. Everything changes. And I'm not saying that women are angels. I'm not saying women are perfect. I was the one that brought this topic. And if you listen to me from the beginning, I was condemning the girls. I was like, no, you don't do this. The values of a lot of these women is definitely off. But we can have this conversation we can have this conversation without necessarily saying that, there's nothing wrong with patriarchy. Women are subordinates. Women are this. Women are that. I'm superior to you as a woman. Come on now. No. This is not the conversation. It's not going to happen. Stay with the one that you married, though, which is obviously good for you. Just stay there. But trust me, she's not happy. The only thing that makes you happy and fulfilled in life is for you to be able to live fully as a human being. Being married doesn't mean that you have to lose your individuality, or you have to lose yourself, or you have to I believe in submission. I think that's what he was going to. But I didn't want to allow him to go that route, because he was already saying that part of the problem that relationship have is because of church. So you're not even a Christian. So why you see how traditional people they take religion and use it when it favors them. 1 minute he was saying that part of the problem with relationship is because of what people are learning in churches. The next minute you are saying, oh, I'm the head of the family. The woman is a subordinate. So you want submission. Really? Isn't that a Christian thing? Submission is a Christian thing now. It's a Christian thing. And there's a difference between submission and subjugation. Please. There's a difference between submission and, having no voice. Submission is willingly surrendering to somebody. Willingly. It's not you are being cajoled, you are being controlled, you are being manipulated into it. You willingly give up your power because of, and that's even for Christians. So what are we talking about? No, I can't deal with people like this. So lie. Anyway, I'm gonna round up now. This guy has just wound me up now. Kai, my show. Agbako. And we're talking about village girls, and I wanted you guys to see this video. It was so-called an interview, and these are young. Listen to it. Just listen to it.
Right. Okay, I decided to come out today. Today is Wednesday. I'll be Friday, sorry. And it's a free day for girls to come and swim and catch fun. So I came out to this beautiful pool here and I saw these 3 damsels. So I decided to run 1 or 2 interviews with them. So please, let's get to know them. You say your name is what?
Esther.
Esther, how old are you?
19.
You're 19. How old are you?
17.
17. How old are you?
18.
18. Are you a virgin?
No.
Are you a virgin?
No.
No. What's the body count?
8.
8. So you don't know 8 men like this. Then you, what's the body count?
7.
7. What about you?
15.
Jesus, 15. Can you see this pretty damsels? You say you're how old again? 18. Wow, that's lovely. So I saw these pretty girls. They were just out here catching fun. So I said, okay, let's get to know them. You know how pretty? Can you give me it? And they're enjoying themselves. So what are you doing here today?
We came to a cash fund.
Going to catch fun. What about you?
Same.
Same. What about you?
Same.
Are you friends or sisters?
Friends.
Your friends. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, now. So what as it is now, what do you want?
Like, I don't know.
Like, what do you want? If somebody wants to surprise you now, what can somebody surprise you with?
A car.
A car. What about
Phone.
phone? What
A
about
phone.
Wow, what kind of phone do you have in mind?
iPhone.
iPhone. What about you?
Samsung.
Samsung. Which one?
Samsung Galaxy S7.
X7. Wow. So my viewers, you can see that they need phones so they can, feel among with their peer groups. So okay, now on the comment section, you're going to tell us what you have to say about them. These 3 beautiful girls that have come out to catch fun. I hope you're not in school or you're on break or holiday.
Yeah, done.
Okay, you're done with school. You're done with school too. Wow, that's lovely. Okay, now it's nice meeting you. I'm happy to see you. You're looking so beautiful. Okay, now let's see you later. Now, bye bye.
So I saw that on social media. So I guess people like Kene, or what was his name again? I can't even remember. Is it Kene or Billy? Is it Kene? The aeronautic engineer be the engineer. When you see things like this, yeah, it's possible for you, even as a woman. I know you think that because I'm a woman, that's why I'm thinking this way. But being a woman doesn't mean that you cannot, even though you have your bias, you can still, look at things holistically. Okay? It's about the way you were raised. What is important to you? Obviously, somebody like that will go and look for a woman. He said he went to Nigeria many times, and the whole of the population of 200 million people in Nigeria, of which women are maybe 100 million, he couldn't find one. Yeah, he couldn't find one. So it is the particular kind of person that you are looking for. Somebody that you will say, sit down, you will sit down, stand up. You will say, sir, can I stand up? Uncle, can I stand up? Even if you go and marry a 16-year-old or 15, because you told us that the women used to marry at 15, she will grow up. Not be that America where you did. Trust me. You go to do video, you go around go some daddy freeze show later. You go they shall say he kick you out. You cannot. No. Mbano. Stop it. This is 2023. Fundamentally, things have changed. You don't need somebody that you'll be controlling like a washing machine that you press start. Stop. Why would you even want to do that? Why? If it's not wizardry, why would you want to control another human being? Even the children that you have at some point, yes, you are their parent. You are their guardian. I don't think you are even superior. It's just roles. So when he's saying that, are you the same thing as your husband? Are you the same thing as your wife? Are you think you're no, you are not superior. It's just about the gender. It's just about roles in families, children, parents. You've forgotten that the children too will grow, they become adults. If your children become adults, for instance, I have adult kids. Am I going to say I'm superior to my son? Because it's my son, I'm superior. No, I am a parent. It doesn't make me superior. All human beings are created the same. Anybody that is thinking that way in 2023, I don't even understand. Is it that you didn't pass through school? Is the school that didn't pass through you? Me? And your fans said me. Anyway, I wanted to show this video just to show you guys, what's going on now. You see those girls? 17 to 19, and they are doing body counts. The one that is 19 said that she slept with 8 people. The one that is 17 said 7, and they are saying it on camera. And the one that is 18 said 15. At 18 years old, she said she slept with 15 men already. Okay? So, I think for people like our engineer now, this is justification that, there are no good girls out there. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. There are good girls, there are bad girls. It's just the problem I have on the whole is that, values have shifted very badly. If he was talking about values, I will listen, because I don't agree in all this monetization of everything. You see them saying they want iPhone. This one say I want car, I want Samsung, I want this. Values completely out of the window. Yeah, it's way too much. But when it comes to patriarchy, I beg, free meal. I don't agree. You already know I don't agree. I don't. Sometimes I feel like people know what I stand for. Like, you've been listening to me, right? The reason why you are able to join the show is because you're subscribed to my platform. And you know I will not agree, but you still come and want to try. I believe what I believe. I was raised by a woman who was not subjugated by her husband. My father didn't treat my mother as a second-class citizen. He didn't treat her like an inferior person. So why would I grow up and I will be thinking that somebody is superior? Where is that even coming from? I guess it's the way you were brought up. Mhm. So I don't understand. He's saying that Igbo men are traditional, they are cultural. So I don't believe that all Igbo men are like this. I don't believe. So I don't know. I don't believe so. I don't believe so at all, because there's no way anybody can live and endure this kind of, it's prison. That's prison. And marriage is honorable, but marriage is not the end of this world. There are so many people that are miserable, they are married. He's saying that, a lot of women are not married and so many women are not getting married. Yeah. It's better to be single than to be in a miserable marriage. If Osinachi was single, she'll be alive. You don't think about all those things. And you're telling me that your fathers did a very good job. They raised very perfect gentlemen. Is your brother like you that deleted Osinachi? Mm? If Osinachi was single, she'll be alive. So stop that. Please stop it. Let's not be capping when it comes to these things. It's not right. Your life is not your purpose in life. The most important thing, in my own, in my own opinion, and I might be wrong, but I'm speaking for myself, is fulfilling your purpose. God created you for a purpose. Fulfilling that purpose is what will give you the greatest joy and fulfillment in this world. It's not by being single or married or having children. Yorubani, person wey born pikin, na pikin go na pikin na person wey born na children go bury am. Person wey no born na children na the same children go bury am. So it no matter. What we need to know as Africans is that not everybody go marry. It's not everybody that will have children. So it is okay. It is okay. It is okay. Just walk your own journey. Whatever works for you is fine, but don't judge other people based on your own very myopic and very local. I don't even think traditionally, some of the things I was saying were right. This is just coming from a place of pure, I don't even know the word to use to express it. He says it's patriarchy. There's nothing wrong with patriarchy. Okay. Maybe some people believe that. Maybe some men are looking for women who don't believe in equality. But sisters, if I were you and you are talking to a man and he said there's nothing wrong with patriarchy and he believes that women are subordinates, I will run and I will not look back. I will run. I will not look back. Because you might get the ring, but you are also getting a demon that will make your life a living hell. Go to all the psychiatric hospitals, you will see what is going on. Your mental health is more important, my people. Mental health, very, very important. Your well-being is more important. I made an example. There are so many people doing amazing things in this world. And then I started talking about how he was saying that, a man needs a woman. You need a woman. I say, well, no, it's not every man that feels that they need a woman. Some men will never marry. It's okay. At least if you know that you don't want to marry or that you are not attracted to women, go to Pastor Shola's page and be seeing plenty heroine. People confessing, married 6 years, no intimacy. Because of things like this, people always forcing people to marry. Now, but there's so far now with marriage. Kilo they gone. Always forcing people to marry. Allow people to walk their journey. Some people might not even marry. Some will marry late. It's not everybody that will marry early. The ultimate thing, even in marriage, is that, you find someone that you think at least you have a good chance of making it. Because there are too many people that are married and they are miserable. They are crying every day. They can't even speak out. Because again, patriarchy will tell you that it's only married women that are respected. You see, I was asking me if I'm married. I'm married. I knew exactly what he was going to say if I told him I wasn't married. He will go there and tell me, hey, that's why you are not married. That's why. It's because of all these your views. All these things that you are talking. That's why. No man. Kò ní dá fún marriage yẹn. It's not that marriage is not good, though. Please, no, don't imagine me, but don't misunderstand. But Nigerians are obsessed with marriage, and it's putting a lot of pressure on people. We talked about all these things here all the time. The obsession with marriage is unhealthy, and that's why people are desperate. At 30, people like that will say, "Hey, see, that's why. It's because of all this. Your no. That's why no man want to marry you." Oh girl. I don't want to say Uncle Ekene has caused us to deviate from the actual show with his traditional talk. We are talking about dates. Uncle is talking about culture. The way you know how to call people Uncle. Daddy Uncle. Okay, I'm going to go now. I've done 2 hours. I'm tired. Honestly, I'm really, really tired. I saw Miss Ola. I wish Ola was here today. Honestly. Or B.O. Any of our brothers were here today because I was exasperated by that conversation. I'm not going to lie. Ekene, you sap my energy. You owe me a bottle of malt for sapping my energy. You did too much. Please, I believe in submission, but I believe that God created us as equals. Nobody is higher than anybody. He created us equals. You are not higher than anybody because of the thing between your leg. Alone. Don't think that way. It's only within the bounds of marriage that you will now say that, okay, that the Bible says that wives submit to your husband. We are all created equally. Lágbára Ọlọ́run, we are equals. We are not better. You are not better because you are a man. No. Okay, guys, I'm going to round the show up now. I think we've done enough. So I'm going to... I'm going to round it up with this Bible verse. It's Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. And it says, so God created man in his own image, and in the image of God, he created him. And you know him in the Bible is used for both gender, right? In case you didn't know that, for you Christians, him in the Bible is not for men alone. Yeah? And it says, in the image of God, he created him, male and female, he created them. Vanessa, I need that NSC. Honestly, this guy stressed me tonight, man. Really, really stressed me. As a matter of fact, if you claim to be the leader, okay, so the word you should have used for the head of the family is not that you are a patriarchy or that you are more superior. No, you are a leader. I think that's the word you are looking for, Ekene. A husband is a leader. You are not superior, you are just a leader. Because the car cannot have two steering. Pastor Shola talks about this all the time. Even PK talks about it all the time. Yes, leadership will respect. Leadership we are okay with. But leadership does not mean superiority. No, it's not the same thing. Maybe sometimes English is not even adequate for us to explain these things. Leadership means, okay, there got to be somebody that is in front. Okay, everybody is lining behind. It doesn't mean that you are superior. How can you believe that you are superior? There's some level of pride that comes with that when you believe that you are superior to another human being. Now, wow. It is well, oh. It is well. Thank you very much, everybody. Mario Prestige, if you are catching this later, I would really, really love to do a show with you concerning what Ekene said about, gender and the roles of African men and women in marriages. It's a conversation we need to have. He said that we're not willing to listen. Nobody is willing to have that conversation. But, I mean, maybe it's all those other websites or those pages, Manosphere or whatever they call them. The red pill or whatever they call them. All those lost souls. Maybe that's where they have those conversations. But over here, hey Joe, no way. You lead by love. Is love. As a leader, as the head of the family, the husband is the head of the family, but you lead by love. Yvette, I can't see Bio. You say Bio didn't hear that conversation, so he cannot tell us. He wasn't here then. I don't think he was here. So let me just round up. Tonya, please, let's just leave that alone. Let's leave it alone. Yeah. You are a leader, you are not superior. Okay? People are still asking for link. Any fans, you have to give me super chat if you want me to send my link. All the food I ate now has left my belly now because of this matter. Okay, my link is the comment section. Who wants to talk? Me King. Who is the person that's asking for link? Bio didn't listen to that conversation. He wasn't here. He wasn't. So he will not be able to make comment about that. Obviously, you already know that people like Brother Patrick, who is a man of God, by the way, is a pastor, and people like that don't believe. And there is nobody that is enlightened that believes that, because I'm a man, I'm superior. When I think about it, all this superiority and all this patriarchy, where it carry on and reach for Africa. Nigeria is so freaking, let me not use the F word here. It's a shitty place with all your patriarchy. You have no advancement. Nothing works in that freaking place. And you are here promoting patriarchy. Oyibo people that embrace equality, respect their women and treat them like equals. Human beings, see their country. Why do you run to US? Why you not stay for your village? Make you do patriarchy there. Nonsense. I beg leave matter. Patriarchy. My foot. Now we'll never figure common elections right. Don't get me started. I beg. Bill, I be one end though. People they beg me, man, I share my link. I don't know if you listen to any of that shebang that happened a minute ago.
Auntie B, hello.
Hello, my brother. How body?
I did fine. Fine. You see, even though I joined late, but most of these topics are topics that we always talk maybe sometimes in the group chat or something like that, So some little idea, on it generally. But two things I want to contribute. which
Vanessa, thank
is
you so much for that super chat. I appreciate you. God bless you. I really need a strong drink. God bless you. But I'll be your continue, Jare. Somebody, Jesus.
I
Exactly.
know, I know, I know. I know say they
What
don't
kind of
touch you
smarts
from
are we going to
here.
raise if we keep thinking like this, that men are
Yeah, that's
superior
what
to
I want
women?
to see.
What
You
kind of
wait
what kind of
now,
husbands are we producing?
Auntie B. You know, I said it that time, like recently, like it's been a while since I realized one thing in life. There are two sets of human beings. There are human beings that would learn and grow. Your very last statement before you got me in here says it all. I don't know a set of people in this life who knows that something doesn't work for you and you want to keep doing that thing. I don't know how somebody will know it's just because you just want to believe in one particular pattern and you know that this pattern does not work for you, but you just want to keep doing that same thing. I've never seen somebody, that is what they call ignorance in the highest order. What am I trying to say? Two things. Before we even talk about the notion of our patriarchal society and all that, let us even first talk about the mentality, which was things of which you just showed just now about those girls counting body count and all that kind of stuff. This has nothing to do with gender. A
No.
society like Nigeria, I have always insisted out of love, I speak passionately about that my home country, that if the mentality of the people does not change,
It's
nothing
the
will
value.
change.
It's the value. This is not
The
even about
value
it's the
system,
value. The value
that's what I'm
system is
saying. If
corrupt.
the value system does not change until B, you can talk from today to next tomorrow. The value system, if it is what have affected politics, Christianity, relationship, marriage, everything. I don't know how to explain this. You see, it's like, what is a good example now? It's like, let's say, if dog is an animal, right? And dog naturally, they are like household animals, right? So averagely, a dog is an animal that is naturally caring. I don't know. Do you understand my point? So that dog already has that value system to be a caring animal. So even if a bad person owns a dog, the dog knows who feeds, who gives the dog a food. It's going to be guided by that in any aspect of life. In Nigeria, the value system is so bad. I'm telling you this, that anything that has to do with money, the value, no matter how you get it, no matter how you achieve it, the value system is so bad. And to be, even as I'm talking, the next thing people will tell you is, when you go to Nigeria, you just look at the way people behave. There are good people there. I don't blame even people being controlled by that value system, but it's so that you even have opportunity to be exposed with the internet now. You don't even need to come abroad. You see, the Bible says, who will not settle down and think? There's wisdom in thinking. You will say, this society we are seeing here, why is things working for them? Why are Nigerians queuing up to come to this society if it's bad?
Like
I just,
patriarchy has worked for
Auntie
you.
B, I just paid
60-something
visa.
years.
I just paid visa fee for somebody just which day here. I said, let me quickly get date for that relative that I'm inviting here. Do you know that the closest date I found was next year, December?
Did you not see the picture of the people that are looking for passports in the Keja the other day? They went to collect passport. It's like
Auntie
market.
B,
Why are they running away?
listen now. I'm telling you
Patriarchy is
of
working. Patriarchy
the
is so
queue,
good.
to even come there abroad from Nigeria. Can you see it? But you don't want to learn. It's like you are seeing a business that is working. Instead of it to say, okay, this business that is working, this country is also a business. Why can't we learn? So Nigeria, sorry to say, the mentality. Look at somebody went out to eat on that dating something, for instance. You are meeting somebody for the first time without being judgmental. It's the mentality. The skit itself is a reflection. The skit itself is a reflection of a society. I'm telling you.
Let me
Do
tell
you
you.
know that?
Yo, Bill,
Yes,
you know something? I know you are passionate about Nigeria. Yeah, we all love Nigeria. But there's nothing that works in that country. And this corruption, you see, the value system is what brings about a lot of corruption. Because we talk
yes,
about it here all the time that doing the right thing, people will frown at they will look at you as if, are you okay? It is the wrong thing
yes.
that people like. Let me give you a quick example. And this is what I'm
Okay.
saying to Ekene. Ekene is still here and he's saying that it's not Lele
No, I
Lagos you
got
can
a
get
report.
passport.
Don't worry. They are sending Ekene's detail. We'll do some background
He's
check. We'll
saying
find
that it's
out.
not Lele Lagos you can get
Ne-
passport.
don't
Yes, but
worry.
leave
Don't
it like
worry.
that. Why are people running away from Nigeria, Ekene? Why do you think
Mm,
everybody is fleeing? They are fleeing.
don't
They rather
worry.
go to Niger.
Don't
Even
don't
Buhari
make
wants to go to Niger. He
don't
wants to
make
go to Niger.
whoever that person is popular. I
Okay,
just
so
got a message
let me
from
give you
somebody. We'll look
let
at
me
that. Yes.
let me give you a very brief example, BO,
Okay.
about how the value is about the value. It's not about
Yes.
gender. I went to
Yes.
I went to eat somewhere in Benin with
Yes.
my cousin and
Yes.
her husband, and
Yes.
they brought food for us. They brought it was pepper soup, and
Yes.
my cousin said, "How much is this pepper soup?" The guy said,
Yes.
uh, "Is 2,500 naira." So
Yes.
my cousin was like, is this very flat plate? Oh, I meant to tell you guys this story. This is just an example of how that
Example. Yeah.
country
Go
is so
ahead.
freaking
Yes.
corrupt.
I'm eager to
So
hear this. Go.
we sat
Mhm.
down. My cousin, and that my cousin, she's very savvy. I didn't know she was thinking about it. And I told her, I
Yes.
said, relax now. Now everything you go price. Leave her now. He said, no, 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 no. See, I don't understand. I come from obodooyinbo. I don't know what is going on. Say, he no believe say this pepper soup now 2.5. I say, sure.
Right.
Not be here, we can't chop. Now the service
Uh-huh.
boy where they serve. Now he serve us the food. Tell us say now
Yes.
2.5.
Yes.
So a few minutes later, we can't see the woman where they pack plate. He packed the
Right.
plate of the pepper soup they passed. Now my cousin call her, say, Madam, I beg come. Oh, you they pack plate? Well done. You can't greet her. Now I ask and say, please, how much is pepper soup? The lady said the pepper soup is 700 naira.
Okay.
Now my cousin say, pepper soup is 700. He say,
Mm-hmm.
yes. Now she look me, I look him. I say, what? So the boy was passing. Now my cousin called the boy, come ask and say, Shebi you say, Shebi you say pepper soup is 2.5. You know what the boy did? Instead of him to be ashamed for trying to cheat us in his place of work. I'm talking about low-level work, service, same person, they serve you food. You
Yes.
know what the boy did? He was angry with the woman. He called the quarrel with the woman. Why would the woman tell us that,
Yes.
that he gave me 2 plates?
Yes.
You gave me 2 plates in one plate. You put it together. He
Yes.
was not embarrassed. He was not
Mm-hmm.
ashamed. He changed them.
No.
He was
Yes.
angry that the woman told
Yes.
us the truth. That is the
Right.
level of which
The
people
level.
are operating now. That you
Yes.
literally have
And
to
they
wash
say
your
it like a normal thing, oh, Auntie B. I said they say, even once you are saying it now, some people say, why they go spoil the boy shoe? As if you are against somebody. So what? That's why, very great example you just showed. Very great example. So what you are not saying is that even if you wish to pity the boy and say, okay, this is an hardworking boy, let me dash you money. We know that. But what we are saying now is that according to the value system of Nigeria, I am telling you that if you had argued that thing, they will say, that's what they do. I've gone to restaurants in Nigeria. I will ask them, where is your menu? It's like they don't want to display it. The value system is, I don't know how to put it. When you ask some things, why are you for collecting cash? Why can't the value system, they'll say, I beg you. So when people are already have come with these things, it's no more a big deal to them. Yeah, it's not about gender. I pity our beautiful young girls in Nigeria. Honestly, Auntie B, I pity them. If I tell you I pity them, people in Nigeria are actually good, oh. You won't believe this. No, you believe. I won't say you won't believe. People in Nigeria, they're actually good. They are young girls. Why we are fighting for these things? We are not fighting it because we want to do we know too much. We are fighting for the future of our children, our youth, our loved one in that society. Each time as a man, I go to that country and see beautiful young girls because of the value system. Their parents send them to school, pay private university fee. You will see them, they will leave that university just because of iPhone and go and sleep with their father's age mates
It's
in
not only children
a.
alone, no. It's not only children. I saw a story a few days
I
ago.
know. Okay, go ahead.
The boy, Yahoo boy, where they catch, where he delete his sister.
Uh-uh.
You know, say that the mama carry and go do the juju.
That's what I said. We are citing examples. How many examples can we give?
No, because you know, Ekene was trying to paint a picture as if the parents, all these parents, you know, people that were married before, saying only this generation get on rights. That they had perfect marriages were so sweet in those
No,
day and age.
no, it was never. Those people they still
Because
complain. They didn't have.
they covered a lot of things, or people didn't have
Yes,
opportunity. There was no social media, there was no
right,
phone.
right. And the society itself impoverished the women they knew their right self, even without social media. You don't even need social media for somebody to know that you are treating them wrongly. Just
Mama and
that
son carry
the society did not allow them.
Mama and son carry pikin, carry your
Yes.
daughter. They sacrifice their daughter because they want to make money. Does that have anything to do with relationship or marriage?
Yes.
What are we talking about?
So
come on,
it is the society. Auntie B, do you know that in Nigeria, before you do passport for a single mother for a child, you go look for papa to do the consent. Are you aware?
To do passport.
I'm not joking. Yes, if you are a single mother, let's say you even get belly out of you become pregnant, you have a baby out of wedlock or whatever. Before you can do international passport for that child, you will need a consent, a father's letter consent. I think that in a public forum. Anybody correct me if I'm wrong. Even if you are in the obodooyinbo self, you want to do a picking passport in a Nigerian embassy, you will need the father consent. So it's a patriotic society. That was why the judge, even when he was acknowledging in the sentencing of Ekoremado's wife, said that he accepts the Queen Council's that submission that Nigeria is a patriarchy society. Therefore, most of the decisions are taken by the men. I'm telling you, that was why she had a lesser sentence. Do you understand? Hello? Can you hear me?
No.
So, yeah, because I didn't know whether you went on. So the reason why I'm saying all this is we need to understand our society, where we came from. We need to understand the society, where we came from. And we need to understand. I always say to men on this platform and also women, anything you are doing in life, don't always be selfish. Even if you're a man, you will still have a girl daughter. So when you are making comments, you're not just making a comment because you're a man, try to be gender sensitive.
Say men are superior, that is not the same thing with women, though. He said there's nothing wrong with patriarchy, and men are superior to women. We are not the same.
Who said that?
That's what the guys. You need to go and watch what he said. Kenneth, he's here. He's here. That's what he said. Kenneth, the guy that called into the show. I was just about to end when he came.
Yeah. Let me say
on.
this to you, okay?
Kenneth, please hold on. Tonya is here. Hold on.
Okay.
Tonya.
Hi, everybody. Sister B, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Tonight's case, I'll just try not to call that man's name again, Mr. Ekene. I greet you. We understand your point of view, where you're coming from.
You're welcome.
But you would know how it feels if your daughter was to be subdued in the name of marriage with a husband like you. Sometimes we just need to mirror our image and really understand that what we dish out to people is not what we can accept. That aside, the second point I wanted to raise is that truly in Nigeria, if you are a single mother or you're a woman who have a child for a man that is probably not in the life of your children, to do a passport is like going through the eyes of a needle. It's so hard, terribly hard for them. Single mothers in the house, widows, how they manipulate it or how they are able to get passports for their kids. The story is different. Sometimes you have to forge a death certificate for the father to get it.
True.
Another time you have
They
to.
even need the father's passport too.
That is
Continue,
very bad.
ma. I don't mean to stop you. I just wanted to add that.
It's
Sometimes they
very
even need the
It's
father's
like
passport.
passing through the eyes of a needle.
It's very bad to fake somebody's
Another
death.
time you have to forge a consent letter. If you have his old passport when the things were good, maybe you can write a consent letter and go. And even when you get to the passport center, those people there will make it so hard for them to get their passport.
God
for the
bless you.
children. And she wants to give the children a better life. I can't imagine what May Yule Doche is going through.
Tonto's ex did that too, Churchill. Churchill stopped Tonto.
Bio, I got a question for you real quick.
So I haven't finished. You ask your question, sir, please.
Bio, this is it.
You ask your question, sir. Just let me finish, please.
Let her land, please.
We can't imagine what May Yule Doche is thinking, what she's processing for her children. Some people think she's just there doing nothing or she's just quiet. I can imagine a narcissistic man like Yule Doche will make sure he will not give those children consent for her to do passport or for her to even think of running far away. People say, May, run far, run far. How far can she really run without her children?
No, I don't think we're going to have all the time.
Now, the third point I wanted to raise is this. I have a very, very close friend whose husband is in America, 20 whole years. This man is a citizen. Came back to Nigeria, promised the wife that he was going to travel with her after marriage. Promised the family member he was going to travel with her. By the way, just to make it clear, she's a graduate. She's a very independent, industrial, hardworking woman. So she wasn't keen on, we must go to America, but it was part of what was discussed, like every reasonable person before marriage. It's been 11 years now. The man has sworn that over his dead body, he's not taking the wife to the US. He's not taking his children to the US. If someone tells you that this man has even crossed Cotonou, Togo, or Niger Republic border, you say it's a lie. He is so backward in his mentality as if he has never left the shores of Nigeria. Sister B, am I allowed to mention his name here? Because it
No.
Please
that's
don't do
okay.
that.
For someone to do a check on this man.
The gentleman
How can you have a family in Nigeria? He's not providing for his family at all. And yet he's there in US. Comes back once in every 4 years. This woman has feelings. These children need their father. And tomorrow you say the women have taken away your children from you. But you are an absent father in their life. Who does that? And each time she has to give birth in Nigerian hospital, someone has to be there.
Why is she having children? Why is she having more children?
No, just 2 children. She's not having more children. But anytime he comes, he would make sure she gets her pregnant. All right?
Okay. Let me address
so even when you are giving birth in Nigerian hospital, someone has to also sign whatever it is that they sign. So it has to be a family member that will stand in for her as a husband. Because the doctors, they want you to really sign something in case there has to be a surgery or something. Why is Nigeria still doing things like that? Can the mother not sign all the consent she needs to sign before giving birth? I rest my case, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tonya. Thank you very much.
Okay,
if you want to mention the name to me in private, you can do that, yeah?
Okay.
And, we're all to help. We're here, we want to help as much as we can. If there's anything we can do to help her, you can send me a message or DM me on Instagram and send me the name and we'll see.
Thank you, everybody. 50,000 naira is what a man in the US gives to his family once in 3 months.
Send the information to Auntie B. We'll deal with it.
How many have we dug out?
Just share the information, please.
50,000 naira.
Who is the third person on the studio there? Who's there in the studio?
School fees. The school will have to call him many times and he will laugh and laugh and laugh before paying the school fees directly to the school for his children.
That's patriarchy for you now. It's okay. It's fine, Tonya. If you want
this is one thing I gotta say because I have to let me comment on what that lady.
Hold on, who's talking first?
It's a Canada that is
Who-
talking now. The guy
Okay,
that
all right.
shorted
Okay,
him.
go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So let me comment on that thing. I have friends, not friends. I have people that I've met, and I've spoke this many times. It's barbaric. It's very sad for a man to marry a woman in Nigeria and leave her there without any financial help. Not everybody want to bring their wives to the US, and they have their reasons. I'm not going to fault them for that. But where I'm going to fault anybody is if you're not taking care of your family.
What is marriage if
You
you're going to marry somebody and keep them thousands of miles away while you live in
but
America, possibly having
but
a second family there? What is that
there is
marriage?
I know a
It's not
guy.
like hold on, no,
I,
it's not like he doesn't have the capacity to do it. Obviously, he's going to Nigeria and back, so he's probably a US citizen or he's got his green card.
Can
He
I ask a question,
deliberately
is
please? Please,
decided
Auntie
not to.
B. Let, please, Auntie
is
B.
the person's
Hold on,
decision.
Mr. Ekene. Hold on. One question, one statement for you, because what you said is an open statement that we need to close that statement well. Are you saying that a man who goes to Nigeria to marry a woman without letting her know that we are never going to live together? Or you are not saying that if a man go there and marry, after promising the woman that this marriage they will work, because every marriage always work for a future
Mhm,
togetherness, if that makes sense.
mhm,
And
mhm,
somewhere along the line,
mhm.
after using that woman to have kids, you now decide to change that. Are you saying you are not against that?
I am against that
Thank you. That
because
is what I
guess what?
wanted to
Because
confirm.
guess what? Guess what?
Okay.
Check this out. You can't do anything in your family without informing your wife. Period. You have to inform her. You necessarily don't need her to, decide to make the decision or give you consent, but you must inform her. But when it
Okay.
comes to things like this, if you're going to marry a
Mhm.
woman and you promise her that you guys are going to United States, of course she has
Uh-huh.
to fulfill it.
Thank you.
But if there was no promise made, then there will be no promise kept, right?
Okay. Hey, I want to ask you one question, please. Quick one.
I
I
was going to
believe
ask you.
from
I
your
was going to
voice.
ask you a question, but go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah, very well.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I'm
Go
going to
ahead.
look you up. There's something I want to ask. I believe from your voice, you sound a little bit matured. I don't know your age range, but one thing I want to say to you is this. If you have a daughter, example,
Yes. Yes.
even if you're in America, UK, I don't know where you are right now, but I will get to
America.
that.
He's in America.
Oh, great. Very good. So let's say you have a daughter in the US and your daughter come to you as a man today and say, this man is proposing to marry me, but this man is living in the UK. Let me not even put Nigeria now. He lives in the UK. What is one question that definitely you will definitely ask your daughter or the man when it comes for your daughter's hand in marriage?
I'm not going to ask my daughter anything about the man because
Oh
that's
no,
not
no,
what
no,
I.
no, 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 no. That means you
No,
are
no.
not.
Let me finish.
Sorry, I don't want to use the
Let me
word
finish.
intelligent. One
Let him
popular
finish.
question you must ask.
You haven't let
Let him
me
finish.
Okay,
talk.
go
Let me
ahead.
talk. I'm a man
Lance,
just like you. Okay.
Go ahead. I'm here.
So this is what I do. I'm not going to ask my daughter things about the
Mhm.
man. I'm going to vet the man. How do I vet the man? I want to know the family he's coming from. I want to know what he does. If his
My brother,
grandfather is a
you didn't
no,
even answer the question.
are you
No
gonna
need to
let
go
me
there. You
finish?
don't need that one. Before you even do, you do that one first. The first question any reasonable man will ask when somebody from a different location is coming to ask for their daughter's hand in marriage is how do you people plan to do this marriage?
Sir,
Before even knowing the man self.
That's your opinion. Your opinion is not
Oh,
my
really?
opinion.
So you don't even
Yes.
care?
Let's leave
Okay,
that. Let's leave that.
go ahead.
Okay, that's not.
Yeah,
That's
your
this. It
opinion
was
is not my.
Tonya that brought that in. That's not the topic. I
Okay.
mean, I feel like this topic has gone all over the place.
Okay.
So that was personal. That's a
Madam, I
personal
don't want to.
situation.
I
Hold
don't
on.
want to forget something. There is something I wanted to. I wanted a comment that I want to make so that your
Okay.
audience will be aware of this. Okay. Let me say this to you guys. If you're doing your passport in Nigeria, right, or you live in Lagos, please, if Lagos is hard for you to get a passport, Nigerian passport is national. Travel to another state if you have the means to travel. There are places you go to Nigeria today, you do your passport today, you get it today. In Lagos, it's hard. Lagos, it might take you weeks and months to get your passport.
But
Go
should
to
it?
somewhere else.
Should it take weeks and months to get passports?
Okay.
What about those of us in
Okay.
London trying to get passports?
Yes.
Should we go to interiors in Nigeria to get our passports?
I'll tell you how to do that. I'll tell you how to go about that, okay?
It's okay.
No,
it's fine.
Is
It's
this
fine.
an issue of passport? I really don't understand.
You are deflecting.
What are you put on? Is it a passport issue?
Sir, hold on. Ma'am, the reason why I want to say this real quick, I don't want us to dwell in it. I just want to help your audience on how to go about their passport in Nigeria.
They know already. Everybody know. We don't need
if your
that information.
Expires,
go ahead.
What do you do? What do you do when your passport expires in the UK?
What else can I do? I live in the UK. I go to the Nigerian embassy to try and renew it. That's what I do.
And how long does it take you to do that?
I'm not renewing anymore.
It depends on the season. There is no specific.
But do you know you can take your expired passport to Nigeria the way it is? Do you know you can do that?
You're not giving us any information we don't already know. It can.
You trying to this guy? Are you the person that? The information is there.
My husband just came back from
Nigeria. No. Because you're making this like you are lecturing people about passport. Who is talking about passport here? Face the issue on ground. Forget about passport, please.
Let's forget about passport. You're not giving us any information we don't already know.
What do we want to talk? Okay, let's talk about what you wanted us to talk about. I'm free now.
No. I don't think
my brother, I ask you, listen. Auntie B, 1 minute, please. Let me say something. 1 minute, please. When you join this call, hold on.
Yeah. This is not usually your talking voice. You are a very calm, composed guy. But
I'm driving, so I want to make sure. Can you hear me?
We are hearing you. Yes, we are hearing
Good.
We are hearing you. Just calm down. Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So here is the thing. I didn't even know, because I know when I joined this call, there were a lot of comments about one Mr. Ekene and all that. So I didn't know he was the one that even joined this room. Yeah. So, but however, once he joined, I noticed that we're talking about deception in terms of maybe how the patriarchy society in Nigeria, how men override things, change plans, think that we have all the power to do and undo. So therefore, our sister here just ended a statement, giving an example of a man who had kids or who has kids in the country and is refusing to reunite with his family. So with that being said, I put in a first question. That question was a clean test of Mr. Ekene's idea. And he kind of shiv it off, which I know that he said that is your opinion. It's not an opinionistic statement. Anybody in this life, that whether man or woman, that is engaging or marrying to somebody and you claim to be the father of that daughter or son, your first question before even knowing a person is that you are aware that this person is living in a different country, coming to marry your son or your daughter. Either way, regardless of gender difference,
well, you didn't
should always be.
You did not say different country.
No, hold on, because you said that you could blame a man for leaving a woman in Nigeria. That is his choice. So I was not trying to let you know that I don't believe there will be any stupid woman in this life who would meet a man who came from a different country and have told her.
Did you listen to what I said?
You are not even the main thing that we're talking about.
To what I said.
You are not even you are talking about this matter. You are even talking about is not even as heavy as the conversations we've had it with Ekene before you came on. Ekene said that men are superior to women. That's what he said. He said that in his house, that everything has to defer to him because he is superior as a man, that men and women are not equal, that they were not created equal. That is even more important to me than all this one you're talking about living in Nigeria or living in Obodo. He said that patriarchy works. Patriarchy is perfect. There's nothing wrong in it. But what is wrong today is that Nigerian women have moved away from their culture. We moved away from our tradition and our
we've moved away from patriarchy to
he said that women are subordinate. Pio.
Oh, okay.
And he
I'm
also
getting it
said
now.
that,
Yes.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
because you didn't listen to it from the beginning. He also said that the one that made me cut him off earlier. I don't even know why I brought him back. Obviously, I really like you, Kenny. Otherwise, people have said less
Yeah,
than this and
you
they
No,
never
let's
come
hear
back.
his mouth. Hold on,
you
Auntie
missing
B.
me.
You are
That's
almost
okay.
there. You are almost there.
I
Please,
wasn't missing
let's
you.
hear him out.
I
Go
just
ahead.
playing. I'm playing.
What
I'm
he
just
said,
playing.
that made me cut him off was that he now said that
Yes.
if you're a woman and you
Mm-hmm.
can't have children, you can have
Yes.
children biologically and you choose not to, then that what's the word I use now, Egbami? I've forgotten the word. He basically said that that's those kind of people that they are not human beings in terms of their decision
No,
making.
I mean that they are selfish.
They are
That-
selfish, and that you must, if you decide not to have a child.
Okay. Auntie
But
B.
Bio, let me
Basically,
put
no, Mr. Kene,
Let
one
me put
minute.
it
You
in
will
my
be the
words.
next to
Let me put
speak.
it in my
Let me
words
just
so you
ask
Yeah,
can
he
Auntie B
said
one
you were
question.
selfish
Hold
if
on.
you
Let me
choose
ask
not
Auntie
to
B
have
one question.
children. Mhm.
Auntie B, the question I
Yes,
want to ask you, if I just
yes,
to make sure I get it. So 100% in all and all, regardless of putting it in his own context or whatever. In summary, what I get is Ekene is trying to say he does not believe in equality, if that makes
yes,
sense.
yes. You are
That's
right.
all.
Yes,
At least that
yes.
statement can just stand for everything that you've said.
100%
So, Mr.
correct.
Ekene, go ahead
He's
and
not
no,
ashamed
hold
of it.
on.
He said he's an Igbo man. He's a traditional man to the core, even though he's an engineer that lives in
Yes,
the United States.
yes,
He believes that
yes,
women
It's not
are
because
less
yes.
than men.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much, Auntie B, for taking it at the time
it's
to
not because of Igbo. It's not because of
please, my
Igbo.
friend, 1 minute, please. Thank you very much, Auntie B, for taking out the time to catch me up to speed with this. Mr. Akene, please just go ahead and make your submission on this one that she just said.
Okay. Yes. That what actually she finally put it right. Yes, that's what I said. I said that that men are the head of household. You see
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And
Yes.
if you come into a house, let's assume
Yes.
right now, Bio,
Yes.
you're not at home, right? Somebody comes
Yes.
to the house and they want to, they have some, they want to discuss with some the head of household. The fact that you're not there, your wife is
Yes.
going to take your place.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm? That's what I said.
You didn't say
Okay.
But
head
if
All
though.
right.
you
No,
Thank
no,
you,
have,
no. You are
Auntie B.
changing
1 minute.
language. Oh.
Auntie
No, no,
B.
no,
1 minute.
no.
Ah,
No,
Jesus is
Bio.
Lord.
Bio, this
Auntie B, let
calm
me
down.
let
No,
me
no, no, no.
come now.
Ekene, we are all
Wait,
here
Auntie B,
still.
1 minute.
No,
Ekene,
that
Mr.
is not
Ekene,
the
hold on.
language.
Ay, Jesus is Lord.
Bio, hold
Oh,
on. That is not the
okay, go ahead.
language. You will listen to it, then you know
I
I'm
will
right.
get there. I will
You
get there. I
never
will get
said
there.
that men are the head. If you said head, I would not have, argued with you.
Men
You
are in
said that
charge.
men are
Men are in charge.
superior. That's what you said. The
Yes, I
word you
said that too.
used
I
was
said that too.
superior.
Meaning the head.
No, you didn't say
Okay.
Superior.
head. You
I
never
use
said
that
head.
language. I use
All
the
right,
language
Let
superior. Yes, I
Auntie
did.
B, please, 1 minute,
But
please.
okay.
Mr. Ekene,
So let me
I need you 2 minutes to wait, please. I need you 2 minutes. The last statement you made, I want you to rephrase it in terms of changing position now that you are a father.
I'm not.
Hold on now
Okay.
in the
Okay, go
US.
ahead.
You went to your daughter's house that is married. You have a daughter that is married to a man, right?
Yes.
Yes. So rephrase it like that. That now put yourself as a father and put your own blood daughter that you went
Hold
to
on a
your
minute.
own daughter's house that you
No.
trained. Hold on,
Excuse
that
me.
you gave birth to, and you tell your daughter that you are coming to her house
Sir,
to spend holiday.
you cannot control the
So
way
your daughter
I'm going to present it.
cannot take authority without the
Sir,
husband. Go ahead. Go
you
ahead.
cannot control the way I'm going to present something.
No,
Let
but
me
I never
present it
control
my
the way
way.
you present it. I said
So
change
as a man,
position. Can you please change position?
as a man, you don't tell a man to change position. I would do it. It's okay that you give me a
No, I
phone.
didn't say
Let me,
change position in your opinion.
sir,
I
are you going
mean
to let me
change.
talk? Are
No,
you going to let
I
me
might
talk?
not even. I
Okay,
might
Bio.
not
Okay, let
because
me
you
come in.
sound.
Then I will
No,
not.
no,
Then
no, 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 no.
if you cut me
Let me
off
come
from when
in.
I'm,
Please,
you can't cut me off
1
from when
minute,
I'm talking
I
and
didn't
please,
get
ask me
it.
to
I didn't
change my.
get. Okay, you know what? I'm
please,
gonna
please.
listen.
On
Go
this
ahead, man.
platform, we do not
I'm tired.
support any kind of gender inequality here. It is a
That's fine.
policy. You can take that somewhere else. We don't.
No problem.
I'm a father. I have a daughter,
You
and
can't change
what
my
I will not
opinion.
do to a woman, no man will do it to my own daughter. They've never born that man. A daughter that I
Okay.
train up, that I paid her school fees. then she will not have a say
And guess
in her
what?
own home. If
That
it's
is
that
not
the
what
way
I
you
said.
train your own daughters,
That is
I,
not what I
I won't.
said.
I don't give birth to that kind of daughter. Please,
Excuse me.
Auntie B,
That is
push
not.
this man out of here. What are you
That's not
telling me?
what I
Somebody's
said.
telling you to your face that if the
That is
man is
not what
not
I
around.
said.
So this is the kind of man that live in the US and will be telling their daughter children in this
Madam,
society
did I
today
say if the
that
man is
anything
not
your
around,
your
or did
your
I say
husband
if the
say,
man is
that is
around?
what is going to happen. Just imagine.
Madam B, when I
You
was
people should
talking,
just
what did I
allow
say?
Bio to vent, oh. You people should leave Bio alone, no. Because you
Okay,
guys saw when Ekene came back now and his voice is very calming and soothing. The time he was shading all Nigerian women, saying that he went to Nigeria many times, he couldn't get wife out of 200 million people in Nigeria. You people, please, oh, don't just leave Bio alone.
okay,
Anybody
Auntie
that
B,
comes for
what?
me, you are coming for me. Leave Bio
Auntie
alone.
B, this is what I said. Let me repeat. Let me summarize what I
Ekene, you
said.
came back now. Your voice
I
is so calm. You are talking in a monotone, and you
this
are
is
using
no
head. You never used
because
head before. You were talking about
you are not
superiority and
you are
patriarchy. Now you are using head.
when you and I were talking, we kind of, our voice got a little louder because we were both throwing words at each other. I mean, I'm always a
I
calm
didn't
man.
throw
I'm
words at
always
you.
a
I
calm
allowed you
man.
to talk. I was very patient. I'm usually
Okay,
not
no
very
problem.
patient like that. I was so
Okay,
patient. I allowed you to talk for a long time.
I'm glad you did that. But check this out, Uncle Auntie B. This is what I'm trying to say. When a man is not present in his house, his wife takes over every decision making. But as soon as that man
When
is
the man is present, the wife has
let
an
me
input to
finish,
that decision. Please,
let
you
me
cannot. What
talk.
do you mean when a man is not
Can you
present?
just how can you be a
Well,
man and you
Atibi,
don't
I
let
don't
another
understand
man
what you are
talk?
listening to. When a man
Let
is
me
not
talk.
present, the guy is trying to tell you that the
When a man
woman
is
has
present, you
no
talk.
Can you
contribution to
let
the
a
family
man?
decision.
You
What
see,
do you mean? I'm a man, and so
This is a
don't I
fine
have a
woman.
daughter?
you becoming more matriarchy because you speak too loud. You can't even let a man talk.
Okay, so when the
Let me
man is
talk.
present, what about
So
when the
when
man
the
is
man is
present?
present, right, and somebody comes into the house, yes, that person will have that conversation with the man. But I am not in support of a man making a final decision without consulting with his wife, which means if somebody come into the house, they can't go to the wife and
What about
neglect
going
the
to both of
presence of
them?
the man.
Yeah,
How
if
about
that is
going to
what he
both of
said, then
them?
he's correct. If that was what he said,
That's
then he's
what I
correct.
was saying.
If
That's
that
what
is
I
what he
was
said,
saying.
but
Okay,
if
let
that
me
is what he
talk.
said,
He's
that
changing it.
the woman opinion must count. That is correct.
The woman opinion must count, but the woman cannot be the
please,
best.
don't do
Okay,
No,
let
no,
me
that.
if
repeat
that's what you
again.
said, though, if that's what
Auntie
you
B,
said, I'm sorry for
Auntie
my
B,
reaction. What I was
Auntie B,
thinking was you said that as far as the
okay.
man is dead and the woman cannot do anything, it's the man's decision. That
No,
was
this is
what I didn't
this.
like.
Let me put it back. Let me
You
put it back.
guys were here, all 500 of you. Is that what they can
Auntie
said
B,
before?
Auntie B,
Come on
let me
now.
because you guys are cutting me off so much. I can't even put all my words together. Let me say it again. I said this. Let me say it again. I said if a man is in his house and the wife is there, if somebody walks into the house, right, the person cannot go straight to the man and to the woman and start talking. The man is there. He has to go to the man and talk. That's what I said. Those are my words. That the person has to go to the man, not go to his wife by disobeying or disregarding the man's presence. It has to go to the man and talk. That was where you and I. Then I asked you, will the person come to you and not talk to your husband first? You said yes, they can come to me and talk to me. They don't have to go to my husband. I said no. The person has to go to your husband. That was the contention between you and I. But if I have finished speaking that time, I would have told you that. But your husband, it's not good for your husband to make a decision that affects you without talking to you first. Yes, ma'am.
You see it is the way you change the whole narrative. I'm
What
shocked.
changed? What changed? What changed? Let's go back to let's
Ola,
time. I need time.
I can't go back. I can't go back. It's too long. Time is
Go.
gone. And you need to listen to him from the beginning, then you get the
I
content.
will.
I was
I
literally
will.
calling your name, and I was like, I wish you were here. This
Yeah.
guy literally came here and told us that the reason why marriages are failing is because women are not cultural anymore. Women have forgotten their culture. He's a traditional man. Men are superior. He's a patriarchy man, and he doesn't believe that, patriarchy is not working, that there's nothing like equality, that me, I should stop preaching equality. Then he went and asked me if I was married. And he said, if somebody comes into my house and they want to talk, who they talk to? I said, what do you mean? It depends on the context. If they bring, for instance, my neighbor, my elderly neighbor, who is a Nigerian woman, came the other day and said that, they had problem with their internet. They wanted internet. She called me. I called my son to attend to her because I know they know the password so they can help her. Why does he have to go to my husband? And it was
Auntie
like,
B,
no,
sorry, let me get it.
let
Me get into this shop. I just want to let you know that I'm leaving the studio
That's
briefly.
all right. Thank
And
you
I
so
was
much.
driving and I was talking loud because I was driving. Please,
Yes.
for the house, those who know me know the way I talk. My voice is actually very deep, so that's just me. All right. I'll be listening to you guys from the video,
like
but
the
I'm
way
going
you
to a
bring it.
shop
I don't
now.
have any problem with you. I don't
Yeah.
have any problem with the way you brought it. Thank you, Jare. He was busy telling me that he's an Igbo man, he's a traditional man, and that the one he said men are stupid. Now he's changing everything and saying that he said you are the head. If you are not at home, they should talk to your wife, but if you are at home, they should talk to you, and then you will now call you. He didn't say it this way. Ola, you need to listen to him. He started by saying that men are superior. That God did not create us equally. Me, I should show him the Bible verse where God created men and women equal.
Is the Kenneth still here?
No, it's not.
No, it's
I'm
not.
done.
Okay. No wala. I was okay. So Ekene is in the last 2 weeks or so. I've seen it a few times in the red pill space.
Wahala. I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, I'd seen him there, and I was actually hoping that one day we'll stumble into each other and and engage a little bit. So I'm not surprised. That's exactly his voice. I didn't see the face, but that was his voice. And actually, we were on the same show, but he was put to the screen first before me on my brother. What's his name? We Need to Talk. His platform is called We Need to Talk. Dr. Alan Obi. We were on there together. So it's interesting. It's interesting that he found his way here today, and I missed it. I have to rewind and see.
You need to do a reaction to this, and please invite me.
I
You
will.
should see all the misogynistic things he was spilling from his mouth. I was gutted. I said, where do you live? He said, I live in America. I'm an engineer. I said, you went to school, but the school didn't go through. How are you thinking like this? And if you go in the comment section like Auntie B, you need to let him go. You need to let him go.
He entered the wrong space.
He's definitely real, and he believes in superior. So I asked him, I said, is a white person superior to you? He said, yes, because they will serve them better. I said, no. Let's forget about
person. You said you asked him if white person.
I asked him if a white American man is superior because he believes in superiority of gender, right? So I'm asking him about superiority of race now.
And he said
yes. That question. He said yes because in terms of service, the way they will attend to him because he's white, so he believes that a white man is actually superior, but biologically they are both men, so it's not superior.
Did he say anything about if he's married or not?
He said he's married. That's what he told me.
But did he say the wife was in Nigeria or in Yankee?
No. He said he went to Nigeria. I couldn't find a wife, so he came. Okay. I believe maybe he found a wife in America. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we did. If you want to know, we don't want to get into that red pill stuff, but we definitely should keep talking about relationships because the red pill, just like some of the things you've seen in recent times with people that don't know what feminist means, they've infiltrated the space of relationship and marriage. So we definitely need to continue to have the conversation because our kids are listening. And they are, they're taking on the wrong, things. They're taking on the wrong belief system around these things. Things that will never work.
He changed his voice, Ola. Yeah. When B.O. came in there, I noticed that this guy completely changed his demeanor, his voice, the way he was talking. He was not using head. This guy never mentioned head.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem with headship in marriage.
Yeah.
But he basically told us that fundamentally, men and women are not the same, that men are superior.
Yeah, everybody that listens to my show know I'm very clear about that men and women are not the same. But when you use the word superior, that takes on a whole new
He said men and women are not equals, that we're not
men and
created
women are not the same
equally.
thing.
Equals. He said, I believe in equality. I said, of course I believe in equality. He said, no, we're not equals. That is superior. He said he's superior. I said, you're superior to your wife? He said, yes. Now he's using head. That he said he's the head. Okay, come on now. Why are you doing that?
There's confusion everywhere, and to be, the equality thing in the family structure is creating confusion for both men and women. So we'll have the conversation. I will go and rewind. I will watch. I'm sure we can learn a lot from it. And then I would like the opportunity to, I'm sure he's still listening. You can find my platform, Man of Prestige. I know you've seen me around.
A lot of people are asking what is red pill. I don't know what is red pill. Ola, what is red pill?
Red pill is it's used from they use it from the movie Matrix. It's how do I say it? But from the movie. So the
know
idea.
What red pill is? Yeah. Who asked you? Did I ask you?
He would know. He would know now.
I'm asking my guest.
What it means ultimately is what it means. What it's supposed to mean ultimately is the truth and nothing but the truth, right? That's what it's supposed to mean. But the movement is another thing entirely. There's a movement. So that's why you see people are very, very blatant, and they're very, very they speak their mind, no filters, no social intelligence around at all. Let me just tell you the truth. It doesn't matter how you feel, right? So you see them talk a lot like that. But it's supposed to mean the truth and nothing but the truth. You can either have the red pill, which is you have the truth, everything, everything, or you can have the blue pill, which is you continue to live in a fantasy world, like everything is lala and everything is beautiful, right?
It's very confusing as far as I'm concerned, Jibola. I don't think I understand it fully myself, and I don't even care to understand it. Most of them are single and lonely. They don't even have girlfriend. Talk of wife. So what
you are saying?
What am I listening to them for?
No, what you're saying today, and to be is right. What you're saying today is like women are delusional. Let's tell them the truth. That's the movement. That's what the movement.
Why is it always black men? Why is it always black men? Why?
It's not just black men, though. It started with white people.
It's always black men that are always shading black women.
Yeah,
always the one that always throwing black women under the bus.
Yeah,
I beg.
But a lot of their conversation is around relationships and intersexual dynamics,
because these are people that hurt. Instead of you to go to therapy, you go and look for people that you cling with on internet, and you start shading women. Like it's one woman is the one that hurts you. It's the whole women in this world now that fault for one woman hurting you.
So Auntie B, you know how you have, let's say somebody goes through divorce, right? Let's say a 45-year-old man.
Thank you for the super chat, Jare. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you guys.
Auntie B is not going to listen today. Shout out to the super chat. Thank you so much. Hit that like button. We're missing about 150 likes.
I've been here for 3 hours, and it wasn't. You see the funny thing, but like we're not even talking about we're talking about dating. The show just took a different.
But the problem is that, Auntie B, you were talking to Red Pill. That's the problem. You were talking to Red Pill, and Red Pill was saying something else, and you thought you were saying something else. You see what I'm saying? That's where the confusion comes from. If you are speaking, it's like me and go and argue with a Buddhist about Jesus. Could make sense, I get.
Me, I was not talking to Red Pill. I don't care about Red Pill. I was talking about Nigeria. Now. I was talking about Nigerian girls and Oju Kokoro. That's what I was talking about. I don't need to be Red Pill for me to know what is good. My mother raised me to know the difference between good and bad.
You didn't know. Their rhetorics are very similar. It's their rhetorics is very similar. If there's a problem with relationship today, it's women's fault.
If you people if you have a problem with women, marry men and leave us alone. It's simple.
Yeah.
So about the engineer that you are, it's £5.
Thank you for the $5. Find my
$5 you can give me. About on top of all the engineer that you are, $5 is what you are giving me. And he said, Allah, we can chat if Auntie B share the link. No way, I'm gone.
Find my channel. We'll have the conversation. Not here. No. I say if you find my channel, it's called Man of Prestige.
Man of Prestige. You can go to Man of Prestige and have that conversation.
He knows who I am. He knows who I am. But the truth is that, Auntie B, you see, my brother over there said he knows. Our young men, they know these things, right? And if we don't have these conversations, they will just be confused, right? The examples we're talking about is relationships, right? and we need to start teaching people to bring it down to individual, case-by-case situation. This idea that there's a textbook somewhere, or there's an ideology, or there's one answer that fixes everybody's relationship, it doesn't work.
So all red pill people believe in inequality, that men are superior. Is that it?
No, it's see, I can't say it in what I'm telling you is that red pill simply means the truth and nothing but the truth. That's not what the movement is doing.
What is the truth and nothing but the truth? Is it Bible? Is it the word of God? Why is it the truth and nothing but the truth?
It's more so an ideology, and it's turned into a religion. Yes.
Let them worship at their own altar.
So,
just leave women alone and marry your fellow men.
It's about 2,000 different talking points. We can't go through all of them today.
Confuse people everywhere.
Okay. So if you give me an example right now, if you say, that woman in woman paternity fraud, those kind of conversation, all women are committing paternity fraud. They typically don't sound that way, but they might as well say it.
So it's always about what women are doing wrong to men.
So now it's if you've seen a YouTube channel where women say we should delete baby boys, black baby boys, because they are feminist. Think of it, the direct opposite.
All of you people that are engaging in those kind of conversation, I pray God will help your mental health. Nana Sabi. We talked about it one day, and that was it for me.
You're not getting it. When people divorce, when they Google how to get my wife back, these are the communities they are stumbling into. We need to
tackle to them now.
No, we need to tackle the conversation now.
It's you that have that savior mentality that you want to be tackling them and you're trying to save them. I've told you it's a fruitless effort. Why are you even trying?
No, even in Obodo farm, that's what you do now. You help people now.
No, I don't do that. I talk about individual issues. I don't talk about ideologies.
No, I'm talking about you're missing the point. The conversation itself, as in like when somebody, if somebody says, listen, I lost my family, I don't know what happened, she's not behaving the same, I don't understand what happened, I would like to get my family back. If they go on Google and search right now, would you not rather they find you and to be there and find some ideology that's not going to help them?
You see, I don't know, whatever they find, whatever you're looking for in this life, last you will find it. That's the truth. Waters finds 6 is level, right? But all I know is that because we talk about Mongo Park here, for instance, so we have people come here to share their story about their Mongo Park experience. But it would be very delusional for me to think that all men are Mongo Parks, or there are no good men out there, or there are no husband material out there. That is the danger of, like Chimamanda said, a single story. It is specific to one person. It doesn't characterize all the men in this world or all Nigerian men. How are you going to be thinking like that?
Thank you, Auntie B. And that's the point I'm making, right? That if we imagine a platform like yours, right? And instead of talking about the case by case, right? They just said they start the show with all men has come and they end it with all men has come. Just imagine that. Right?
Yeah.
But they exist. They exist. For women platform, they do exist, right? They exist on both ends. And the sad truth about today is that men platform like that now exist.
I don't even want to understand. Somebody said I will not understand red pill. That my genre is different. Better that I don't understand. Anything so twisted.
No, it's not about that. It's about you just experienced it. It doesn't feel good, right?
I mean,
it doesn't feel good, right?
I'm not interested. I don't even want to understand it, to be honest, because they sound like very broken, lonely, and sad people. As far as I'm concerned, whether it's men or women that are in blue pill or red pill, all of them are damaged people looking for, fellow damaged people so that they can bond together, because misery loves company. I'm a very healthy woman. I think outside the box. I don't think all women are saints, and I don't think all men are evil. There are good people in this world, and there are bad people. Period.
Right. Okay. So if I tell you the truth now, on my platform, I talk about relationship power, social, emotional intelligence, power intelligence. We talk about those things, right? Because it's not just about truth. Your version of truth is based off of what you believe, right?
Your own limited experience.
So and you are telling me it's truth. And then I'm starting to get offended, and you keep saying it's truth. You see, you're just lame, right? So but when you have but the truth is that those platforms that grow the largest and the farthest, and they tend to speak in one because a lot of people can relate with them, right? So it's not stuff that you need to understand. It's stuff you experience it. Like you just experienced it today, right now, right? That's what it
I'm
is,
not
right?
dealing. I'm not dealing.
Mhm.
I'm not dealing with it. I'm not engaging with it. If you call me again, I will not take your call. Don't bother. This is not the platform for you. Yeah.
No, you can come to my platform.
Go
I
to
probably
Ola.
have
Ola
I
has
probably have
time to do hours
I
and
have
hours
a
of conversations
we
around
can
that.
the thing is that when they try to generalize, I'll bring it out. Tell me the problem. So what's the issue?
You
You
have
know.
the
So
you have
instead of
the temperament for it, and you have the patience for it. I don't.
yeah,
I don't have that.
if he's talking in general, we have to give me examples. If he give me examples, then we dissect. If he doesn't give me examples, like all women just do this or like that, then I say, hey, you are lame, right? Yeah, and but not just right away, but at some point I will have to say you're just being lame. Tell me the examples. Okay, then we can walk through it, right? And we'll create good content out of it, you know. But
All right.
to just generalize or it never works. What it does is what you just seen today. It just riles people up for no reason, and you never really land your message. If you have a
He
good
had no
message,
message
it's
to land.
lost,
He doesn't have any
you
message.
know.
Real life with
So
Nat, thank you very much for that super chat. I appreciate you.
yeah,
Being said it's
somebody
generalization for me because one or two men or women disappoint you doesn't mean that all men and women are bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
okay.
that's fine. I've done
Uh,
3 hours. I gotta go now.
but kí lẹ wá learn lẹ́nu báyìí àti bí ẹ ti lè lọ ẹni sọ̀rọ̀ kí lẹ
No,
learn.
Ola, mo ti fẹ́ lọ. Ó ti sún mi. Mo ti gbàgbé nǹkan tí I've
what did you
forgotten
learn?
what I learned. I don't know whether I learned anything. I learned that I have patience more than I used to have. That's all I learned today.
Yeah, it's okay. It's gonna keep coming, but no worry. The one day at a time. Ṣé gbọ́ àti bí?
I will not
Is
entertain.
it-
I won't
it-
entertain it.
You
I'm not
won't know.
interested.
They won't tell you it's red pill. They will just creep in here and they will
But I can
bá yín dá
shut it
sọ̀rọ̀.
down. I can.
Ti bá yín dá sọ̀rọ̀. And then, you know,
Oh.
and then you give yours. You won't
I'm
know.
having a good day today.
Mhm.
Nǹkan tí màá léwèrè dànù ta ló ráyè gbogbo nonsense yẹn. Abeg, I don't have time. We're talking about, values and, the way everything is changed in terms of dating, whatever. Take what you need from it. Mi ò ráyè gbogbo yẹn. I don't have time.
Yeah, most. I'll end it with this because many of them are probably listening to me, right? If you are a red pillar, you are lame. You need to do something about it. There's something wrong, okay? You have no social intelligence, you have no emotional intelligence, and you will continue to collect until you understand that life doesn't work like that, right? You will continue to chop premium breakfast. You will continue to have blue balls, okay? And I'll leave it at that. If you want to learn how to mitigate all of that properly, come to Men of Prestige. We'll talk about it. Thank you.
All right. Ola, thank you very much, man
All
of
right.
prestige. I
Take care.
appreciate you.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, those of you who are interested in learning, or you want to have the conversation. Somebody, can I say, wants to continue the conversation? Obviously, you have a lot of time to be engaging in this conversation. You can go and join Man of Prestige and have limited or hours and hours of conversation. Me, I'm not interested. I'm interested in human stories, personal story that is related to one person at a time, and I will not take whatever lessons or whatever the person experience to the next person, because I know that human stories, they are peculiar to individuals, and two people, even if you are twins gone, your experiences can be different. So it would be very, 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 very wrong for me. Where you set me off completely is when you come here and you start talking about how you are superior, you are this. Somebody said that Ekene is a what? So somebody saying that he's an Uber driver in Dallas. Well, Uber driver is a job. An honest job is an honest job. I never knock people for the kind of job that they do. He did say he's an engineer, but somebody says he's a chauffeur or Uber driver, and he's talking about superiority. I see why people will be feeling offended, about that. But Uber driver is a job. There's nothing wrong in that. He's earning an honest living. So yeah, that's not a problem. But he did step on a lot of people's toes. When we were talking about how you feel like you are superior, you are this, you are that. No, you aren't all that. Okay, you're not. It's only you people that always feel like in Nigerian men, you feel like I'm traditional. Where your tradition carry you rich? You don't carry you rich nowhere. You better learn from your environment. And that's why they will throw you out of your house. You start looking for platforms online to come and empathize with you and sympathize with you. Start making videos. All these Nigerian women, when you were trying to subjugate her, you forgot. When you were doing that, patriarchy is the way forward. You've forgotten. It is well, oh, whatever works for you. There are people, there are women who don't mind being subjugated. There are women who don't mind being controlled. But I always say to women, choose very carefully who you are submitting to. Because if you submit to a control freak and somebody who doesn't see you as an equal, who doesn't see marriage in 2023 as partnership, but he sees you as inferior because God has given him balls that you don't have, then good luck to you. It's okay. To your turn to Israel. Thank you very much, everybody. We stayed longer than we planned to, but it's all right. It's all right. Julie, I see why you say you're not interested. You don't even want to, there are some things that you shouldn't, you see, what we consume goes into our spirits. If you're a spiritual person, you need to guard your heart. What are you consuming? Social media. That's why I take break from time to time. You want to go and consume this thing that you start thinking and kilo day. It's not that deep, like my son will say. It's not that deep. It's not. Most Nigerian women that I know don't even have a problem with submission. They don't have a problem with, seeing their husband as the leader of their family. They don't. Honestly. But don't talk about superiority. You are no freaking superior. You're not. God created us equals. It's only within the bounds of marriage that there is a leader. And that's the head. And when you say something that is recorded like this, don't come back and you're trying to change it on us. It's not. It shows that those balls that you're even proud of, you're a man, you're a man. Your balls have turned cold now because you are not sticking with what you said. You are changing it. Language is important. They are using words like head now. If man is not around, woman is. Come on now. Should you say you're a traditional man? No, that's not right. Guard your heart, mind what you are listening to. And I hear that the first rule of these so-called red pill people is that they never mention the word. They won't tell you. But you know what? It's not even about saying that I'm red pill or I'm blue pill, whether you're a man or a woman. It's about the way you see. By having that conversation with Ekene, I can already tell the kind of person that he is. And this is the kind of person that I would not engage with on any capacity because his values are, the way he sees life is completely different from mine. He's seeing life as a traditional man who is stuck in the past and doesn't want to evolve. And I'm a modern day woman with I still have some traditional beliefs that I believe are important in relationship. So it's possible for you to be a modern day woman. You still hold some things that are important. Culture and tradition must evolve. Ekene, back in the day, they used to delete twins in the place where my husband comes from in Calabar. They used to buy them because they think they are devil, they are satanic, because they've never seen twins before. So once upon a time, if you were born as a twin in a place like Calabar, your life would have been cut short, I bet. But civilization was coming. People were getting awakening. They now knew from the reverend fathers that were coming and reverend mothers that there's nothing wrong with having twins. So how are you going to say that I'm traditional, so nothing will change? I want to believe what I believe in. What I believe in. Come on now. Don't use iPhone, no. Don't use computer. Stay without your traditional belief and just stay in your rot. That's all I have to say. Thank you, everybody, for tonight. Give us a thumbs up. Man of Prestige, you want to cut off the part that he did where he was yarning that up and you want to do a commentary on it or you want to do a show on it, be my guest. You're welcome, but no, this is not me. Yeah, no, it's not me. I appreciate you guys. Thanks to everybody that gives me a spatula. I do need that drink tonight. I really do. Because it stressed me. It was meant to be a fun show. I ended up being stressed. And it's almost midnight in the UK now. You see? No, 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 no. If you are red pill or you have the ideologies, run away from here. You are not welcome. Please. Whether you are blue pill or red pill, whatever that means. If you're a woman, you're a blue pill. You're a man, you're a red pill. Please, see me. Be very, very far from me. Because you guys need therapy. You are broken people. There's something that's broken in you. You need to go get therapy or pray and go for deliverance or whatever so that your soul can be whole. And you will see people as beautifully and wonderfully created creatures of God. What we should lead with is love, not a hierarchy. I'm man, I'm superior, you are inferior. Nibo, I beg you. Okay, oh. Eshe Goni, thank you very much. God bless you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. I'll see you. My next show will be on Tuesday. Tomorrow, I'm not going to be chance. So, already, we've done this show longer than I planned anyway, so I'll rest. Tuesday, we'll be back. I appreciate you guys. God bless you. Monica! Love you guys. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. Bye.